All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of the Unfiltered podcast. We have 6 beautiful ladies with us today, man. It's going to be a great show, man. Let's get it.
Oh no. I would have touched you with a fucking stick.
Yo, baby! How y'all doing on this beautiful, beautiful Sunday night? Tonight, we're joined with 7 beautiful, lovely ladies. Before we get in the show, like, subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time we go live, guys. Guys, make sure you tap in and become a member on the locals. In the locals, you can see all the juicy behind-the-scenes footage from the podcast, the yacht parties, the strip club, footage like cups being thrown, fists being thrown. That is all in the locals. Also, guys, make sure you become a member on YouTube. To do that, you need to go to our channel, click join. There's 6 tiers. The top tier give you the best perks possible. But guys, you can sign up for our lowest tier at $4.99. That's a 5 for 5 at Wendy's, McDonald's, all these fast food places. Guys, make sure you do that because you get the emotes for the girls that kicked out. You get special guests like Dr. Kish. You also get entered into our Instagram chat for members only. So guys, become a member.
All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of the Sorry, guys. I was drinking water, man. Guys, donations will be at the bottom right there for you guys to be, aware of how much it costs to donate and have your super chats read. Also, we do offer the option to have a girl get kicked out now, but I don't see that being a problem this show. I typically get a sense.
Yeah, it feels pretty good.
Yeah.
Maybe a girl try to fight Dina or something.
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah. We always have that too.
Possible.
Yeah. And for some reason, every time Dina comes, man, it seems like somebody always wants to fight her. So, that might be a possibility as well. Thank you guys for your continued support, man. We appreciate you guys tuning in every single day. The super chats and just in general, even the DMs that we get, man. If you're not able to super chat, just like the video, guys. Like the video, comment, subscribe and share the video. That helps a lot. Welcome any new viewers in as well, man. We have a really amazing chat, and sometimes new viewers come in and they don't know where they're at. So just be welcoming, man. They might, subscribe and become members, man. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music, and Kick now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
And on Spotify every day after the show.
Yeah, we got that like clockwork.
Yeah.
We got Q&As in there. We got polls on the Spotify. So make sure you hop on Spotify.
Shout out to Bezo, man. We also have the TikTok challenge, man. $100 every week, man. Whoever gets the most views on TikTok literally takes 3 seconds to post to TikTok, guys. Easy money right there, man. Let me see, man. Guys, make sure if you guys super chat that you guys are being respectful to the ladies, to ourselves. Also, ask some thought-provoking questions, okay? Nothing stupid like, what's your zodiac sign or some stupid shit like that. You know what I mean? The chat is a part of a family. Obviously, you guys are a huge part of the show. We're the only podcast that allows the chat to essentially not only ask questions, but dictate topics as well. So shout out to you guys, man. We rock with you guys. Court is now in session, ladies. We're going to go around and introduce you, okay? So you're going to give me your name, your age, and then relationship status. If you are single, you're going to tell me if you're single by choice, okay? So we'll start off with you. Go.
I'm Kyla, 19, and single by choice.
19, single by choice. I'm just going to,
Okay.
Cool. Moving on. What about you?
I'm Haley. I'm 26 and I'm single by choice.
Haley, 26, you said?
Yes.
Okay. And then by choice, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect.
By choice.
Okay.
Jeez.
Fair enough. What about you over there?
Hi, I'm Ashley. I'm 26 and I'm taken.
26 and taken. Okay. Perfect.
She repeated
Shout
it
out
twice.
to her.
She said,
Yeah.
taken.
Are you married?
Soon.
Soon? Oh, wait, so he proposed already?
It's happening. When it happens, you guys will be the first to know.
She said it's happening. Like
Fair enough.
scary movie.
Fair enough. Okay,
scary.
we're going to go introduce you now. Go ahead.
I am also Ashley, and I'm also 26,
Damn.
and I am locked down.
You're locked down. You're taken too?
I am.
It's
Okay.
coming. The ring is
Are you
coming.
married?
No, but I Probably will be within the next year.
This is a new relationship, or
It is
Okay.
how new?
like a month.
Okay, shout out to you.
And you'll be married within a year?
Oh, probably.
All right, fair enough.
I want to hear what quality she got.
Okay. Dina, go ahead and introduce yourself, please.
I am Dina. I am 38.
Haram!
And I'm single.
By choice?
For real, by choice, not by delusion.
Okay.
It's different.
All right, so by choice. Okay, fair enough. What about you over there?
I'm Ella. I'm 22 and I'm taken.
Ella, 22, and you're taken. Okay, so you're the youngest is her. She's 19.
19.
Okay, fair enough. So we'll go around the table real quick. You're going to tell me why you're single by choice. Go ahead.
I just feel like a lot of guys don't fit the description that you would look for. And they don't really do what they're supposed to do. And most of the time, they just want to fuck you. So,
We'll come back to that.
Okay. Yeah. You know what? We'll come back to that for sure. Yeah. Okay. The next person single by choice is Haley. Please tell me. Sorry, I just realized your hair matches your outfit. Yeah. Usually when people come in here with colored hair, though, it's like a red flag.
Yeah, it's fully
Red
like
flag,
red,
red
fully
flag.
blue or something.
Yeah. Okay. But yours is like just, I guess.
Streaks.
Yeah, streaks. Okay. Why are you single by choice?
So I just moved here about a year ago and I'm a hairstylist. So I work with all women. I feel like I need to put myself out there more if I want to find somebody because I don't really like to do online dating.
nobody likes online dating.
Okay.
So do guys slide on you on Instagram
Yeah.
and you just turn them down?
No, I haven't I've gone on dates. I just feel like I haven't found what I'm looking for.
Okay, fair enough. Do me a favor and go ahead and turn her up too, bro. She's a little low. The next person is gonna be Dina by choice. Please tell me why you are single by choice.
So the reason why I say mine is really a choice and not a delusion is for two reasons. One, I have a 14-year-old and I'm waiting for her to go off to college to actually be in a serious relationship because I don't want to bring a dude into my house while she's there. And two, right now comedy is my boyfriend.
Comedy's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
So you're going celibate for the next 3 years?
Fuck it. Why not? I've done a year before. I've done a year and a half before.
When's the
So
last
why
time?
not?
When's the last time you had a sexual intercourse?
I want to say, I don't know, like a couple weeks ago that I was dating for a while. From like,
But you were gonna
June
take him
to,
serious,
like,
right?
Whatever. Yeah, I was
And then what
sort of,
happened?
but that's because like we were on the same page.
Okay.
You get me? Like when it comes to
And then
my
what
daughter
happened?
and like
Because you said you're single on
expectations
choice,
and
by
like,
choice, you know?
all that stuff. What happened?
Yeah, you said you're single by choice. So
I told you guys what happened.
you basically, well, these are new viewers, new day. So
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like, I told you last time.
He said that I was too indirect with my communication and I don't like liars. I actually happen to pride myself in having very direct communication. So that was bullshit. That was a lie. So why would I continue to
you don't think
entertain
maybe you had like an ego and he was telling the truth?
that? No, because he said I have indirect communication. Like for real, Basil me, indirect when what never a day in my life. Like
Okay. Well,
You know.
so we'll come back to that real quick. I'm gonna start off with you, right? So when you told me why you were single by choice, number one, you said something about your feelings, right? Like that was the first thing that came out your mouth. I have here that you're hypergamous.
God damn.
Do you know what that means?
no.
Okay. Whatever. Okay. I have here that you like to blame everybody else but you.
Wait, but what does hypergamous mean? It means you like to date up for status or money. No, I really don't.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
Liar!
Fair enough. We'll come back to that as well. And then for the second girl, which was you said you just moved there. And then the other thing because I don't know you, the guys that you want probably don't want you. That's what I have for you. Okay. And then the third person, Dina, 14-year-old daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So you're waiting, 4 more years?
3.
3 more years?
Yeah, because she'll be 15 in December.
And so in 3 years, you'll be 41.
I'm okay with that.
Haram!
You're going to wait to start dating seriously at 41?
I am. I'm okay with that.
Okay.
I don't even believe that, Dina, because you're not a girl to just sleep around. Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Okay, so that means you
I'm
are
not.
trying to get with the guy, but the guys that want you just don't.
Bro, it doesn't
No, not really. I mean,
it doesn't even sound right to say that a woman wants to start dating seriously at 41.
but I'm not okay. But I'm not a general situation. Like my situation is a little bit different because I have been married before. I do have a child. I have done all of those things already. You know what I mean? So my mindset is that I've honestly already had those joys in my life. So if I at 41, let's say I don't ever find a man and I'm single for forever or whatever, I personally am I okay with that? Yeah. Is it ideal? Is it what everybody would want? Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Every woman in this world wants a man. Like no
So you
matter what
understand
they
that
say to you.
You do
But-
understand that you might have to settle.
I'm okay with that.
Okay, fair enough. At least
I feel like I'm settling now with the guys that I date now, even though they are guys that other women would see and be like, "Oh no, what are you talking about?" In comparison to what I've had in the past,
Yeah.
I feel like even now I have to settle on some things. So if I have to wait 3 more years and I'm still settling,
would you say that having your daughter is one of the main reasons why you have to settle?
yeah, to a point,
Okay.
absolutely, for sure.
So if you could go back in time, would you still have her?
Yeah, for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
But again, my situation is different because I've been married. I was a wife. I
Right.
did, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like if I was somebody that didn't have that experience,
Then you
I
would want
wouldn't
it.
have this mindset.
Okay. Your name's Haley, right? You saying you're single by choice. Do you think that sounds like logical or it just sounds like ignorance?
I mean, I would like to have a boyfriend, but like I said, I just moved here. I'm still trying to like learn Miami and dating scene.
Where'd you move from?
Yeah.
From Delaware.
Oh shit.
You should have stayed in Delaware.
Delaware and Miami are two different.
Yeah.
Two different
Like,
places.
Delaware is
north
like
to the
real
south.
quiet.
Yeah.
Why did you move here?
I just wanted to change. There's more to do here. I love the beach and the warm weather.
Yeah. What
Okay.
part of Delaware are you from?
From Newark.
Okay, gotcha. I've been to Dover. Like, there's I bought a house over there before I came down here. But okay, cool. Shout out to you. But that's a whole different place over there, Delaware. Okay.
The reason I said that to you is because when you say single by choice, you're basically saying if the ideal perfect guy came in, you wouldn't take him. You would be like, nah, I don't want you.
Okay, then.
You're not
Yeah.
single by choice.
Yeah.
The guys that you want just don't want you.
I mean, the one that I've wanted hasn't, I guess.
So the guys that you want just don't want you.
Yeah, I think
Why is it so hard to admit that, ladies?
because it doesn't feel good.
Do y'all think y'all are perfect?
No.
So y'all think y'all
Nobody's
can improve,
perfect.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, so by you improving, maybe fixing something about yourself, then you attract more guys.
Okay,
Maybe
how
the
about
guys
this?
that
Why don't you
actually
tell her what she could fix about herself that could improve her chances in the dating market?
Get rid of the pink hair.
Get rid of pink hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Anything else?
And getting rid of the nose ring.
The nose ring. Okay. Anything else?
I would definitely suggest you go to the gym. No offense, but respectfully, you're overweight. So I would suggest you do that too.
Okay.
You would attract way more men. Just
Okay.
by that simple fact.
Oh, okay. Real quick though, I don't think she's overweight.
Why do you believe that?
How
How tall are you?
I'm 5 foot,
5 foot.
5 feet. Okay. How much do you weigh?
208.
208.
You don't think that's overweight? Well, you just call her curvy.
She's curvy and voluptuous.
Do you believe that?
I think I'm curvy.
Yeah, I agree.
You wouldn't say you're overweight.
I mean, I would say I'm overweight, but I also think I'm curvy.
Yeah. Wait, you can't be both.
Okay.
So see that pisses
I mean,
me off.
I'm comfortable with my body.
Dina,
What?
are you call her curvy? That's how you would describe her.
No, I wouldn't.
What would you describe her as,
I
Dina?
wouldn't. She's overweight. But I would describe myself as overweight too, though.
Dina, you and her.
But I am overweight.
Dina, she
I'm
weighs
not
more
saying
than
I'm
you,
not overweight.
and you're way taller than her. Correct?
I'm 5'6".
Okay.
Yeah,
Y'all see the problem here, right?
I do.
Why
Okay.
not just tell her the truth?
No, she is overweight. She knows that she is.
But
She
then
says
you
that she
said,
is.
but then I'm overweight.
I am though.
You're trying to make
Like-
her feel better. Like,
Yeah.
No, I'm not trying to make her feel better. I'm trying to tell her the truth. Like even I'm overweight.
Yeah, but
Like, that
but,
to
but
me is the truth.
okay. But we know that
Like-
because of the height difference, the weight gets distributed
Differently, right.
So,
And you
okay,
know
cool.
that hurts you in the dating market, correct? Is that something you're working on actively?
Yeah.
So your diet, you're strict now. Gym every day. All right, bet. I want you to come back. I want you to come back in 2 months.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Right. Quick, man. And by the way, I think you're just curvy. I don't think you're overweight.
Thank you.
Yeah. I think what?
Oh shit!
I think she's just curvy. Okay. Let's go to
It's gonna
my
be one
man.
of those shows.
My
that-
first- my first- The first super chat today, man. Go and power him up real quick. David Jones, man. Too often, women want men to be mind readers. If a man doesn't know what her problem is, she gets mad, even though she never explains what the problem is in the first place. Absolutely fucking facts right there, David Jones. I thought it was a question for a second. Shout out to you, brother. And then the tick comes up. He says, "Yo, Eric, you gotta press 3 or 4s for real. None of them are single by choice. God damn it. None have a man they truly love and respect and choose to be single by choice." You know what? He's right. He's fucking right, ladies. For those that said yes, he's right.
You
He's
see Kyla's
absolutely
face
right.
right now?
What's my face?
So essentially, what the tick is trying to say is that you can't be single by choice unless you had the man of your dreams and you still chose not to be with him. But everybody here would say that if the man of your dreams walked in right now, you drop whatever you have going on to be with that man. Right? True or false?
True. True.
So what the tick is trying to say is you can't be single by choice. Make sense?
Mhm.
Do you
It
agree?
doesn't make sense to her.
Explain what doesn't make sense about that.
I feel like either way, if you find the ideal man, you don't really know. You don't really know if they're the ideal man because you don't know what they have going on behind closed doors, who they're talking to, what they actually do. No.
So-
But what Eric is trying to say, he's like trying to take out all of those factors. Like
Correct.
if this was a perfect world and the perfect guy, like in my case, it would have to be somebody that accepts the fact that I do comedy, that I'm constantly out doing comedy and I'm always doing shows. It would have to be somebody that accepts my kid. It would have to be somebody that is, okay with me not wanting more kids, all that stuff. So if it was someone who was all of those things, whatever your list is in your head, and he came and he was like, I want to be with you. I don't care about this list that you have. This list that you have, I can do that. You wouldn't be with him? Yeah, I would. Okay.
All right.
That's what he's
Therefore,
trying to say.
the tick is trying to say you're not single by choice. You're single because the guy that you want doesn't want you, or you're just not attracting the guys that you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Real quick, man. Shout out to my man, Ryan, man. He just became a fucking member. Okay. Welcome to Super
Shout out to
Saiyan,
you,
brother. Ryan, do me a favor. Drop your Instagram on the chat, and then either, Fanny or Repo should be in the chat as well. To get your information, we'll add you to all the chats, brother. Thank you so much for supporting us,
He's
bro.
actually been a member. He just renewed.
Oh, he renewed it?
yeah.
Okay. Shout out to him, man. Lord Peachy has a super chat. Go ahead and power him up real quick, man. He says, girls say twerking is just dancing and isn't a sexual thing. If that's true, would you twerk on your father? ? If not, why do girls encourage twerking at clubs while in relationships?
Oh, put them on the fucking spot.
You know what? Start off with you this time.
I don't
Go ahead.
even go to the club. How about that?
Okay, how about this? Just give me a general answer for that.
I know in Africa they use twerking as a dance, like a spiritual dance, but
So the girls at the
I
club are
don't-
doing spiritual dancing.
wait, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. We just got to get the people in Africa too.
It's a hood
But-
spiritual.
I don't know. I don't think it's fine in a relationship unless you're with like the guy that you're with and you're dancing on him. But I don't know.
All right. How about you? Why do you think that women encourage it when other women are in relationships?
I guess they have a good time out at the club, but I don't really think it's okay.
Have you ever done it?
No. I mean,
Stop the cap.
You're 26.
when
you haven't done it
I'm
once?
single, yeah. When I'm single with my friends, yeah.
Okay. How about you, Ashley? What do you think about that?
I think we do it because we don't know any better.
Okay. So
Go ahead.
no, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say like I'm guilty of it. I hype my friends up,
Yeah.
and now looking back, I'm like, damn, I'm a bad
do you
friend.
twerk?
Not anymore.
Oh, so you used to.
Not anymore.
Stop the
That's
cap.
okay.
What about when the songs come on? You don't dance in your room. With the AirPods. And...
No.
I want to know what exactly twerking does for you.
It releases stress.
But I heard
It's a workout.
I heard twerking actually like burns calories.
Yeah.
I mean, it does. There's a girl on
dancing.
Instagram who does it as a workout, and
Yeah.
she's killing it. But I mean, in the club, it's different, especially when you have a short skirt on. You're twerking, your ass is out. Like that's the wrong.
That's just
impression.
ugly.
Yeah.
That's just ugly.
Okay, why do women support other women twerking at the clubs?
I don't support it. I think I can honestly say I have
Stop the
never ever twerked in a club because I just think it looks ridiculous. Like I don't think I have
have.
twerked since I was like 16 or 17 years old. You know,
You think
if I'm like in private or like with my man or whatever, that's one thing. Like I might do that at home, but like doing it in public, I feel
You
like it just looks ridiculous.
twerking
At home?
You were twerking at 16?
Red flag.
Fuck yeah, I was just a fucking mess at 16, bro.
Whoa.
I was a mess. Okay.
I mean, Miley Cyrus
And that
made it
just
popular
drives
around that time.
that just
Right.
drives my point home, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
that's
just
ridiculous.
it just looks ridiculous. I do not do that.
Wow.
Everybody keeps on saying that she looks like Just Pearls.
What?
Just pearly things?
Oh, I
can
heard
see
I
that.
heard that on
Oh
another.
shit!
I can see that, low-key.
She does.
Can I see this person? I don't know who
Yeah,
this
she
is.
You don't know
does.
who Pearl is?
Steve, go ahead and pull it up, bro. So we
I
can pull
heard
it
that
on
before on another show.
She's the
too.
female
Hold on,
Andrew
hold on.
Tate.
Yo, she does really look like
She
that.
does. She does.
Yeah,
Holy
you
shit.
It's
do.
because they have the same features.
You look
Okay,
like-
I need to see this. I need
I
to
You
see
look
it.
like you could be your sister for sure.
Facts.
Oh, word.
Hold on. Here we go.
If Pearl's watching.
Here's Pearl.
Shout out to Pearl. We just did a
Yeah, you
collab.
definitely look like Pearl.
We just
Well, they
did a
got the same
collab with Pearly too. Shout out to her, man.
The same eyes.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Real quick, man. Shout out to my man, fucking the Tick, man. He actually just became a member right now too, man. Go ahead and get his Instagram information for
Shout
me,
out to
Fanny.
you, brother.
And then we'll add him too, man. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to all you guys supporting us, man. It means a lot. And yes, guys, we did a collab with Pearly Things. Actually, shout out to Ashley. She was there. Dina was there. Fanny was there. I was there. Hector was there. So it's pretty cool, man. Pearly is actually a really cool person,
Love her.
like in person, like in real life. Also, man, going to power up David Jones again. Ladies, can you make a top tier guy faithful? ? If so, how ? Would it be better to focus on an average guy instead? We'll start off with you this time.
I don't think it would be better to focus on an average guy, but it could be easier to focus on an average guy.
Okay, and do you think at all that you could
Make a top tier guy
yes.
faithful? Yes, I do, but again, top tier for me is like probably different from what top tier is for somebody else.
Yeah, we're talking about top tier. There's only one top tier. We're talking
Yeah, I think you can make a top tier guy faithful then.
about okay, how?
That top
How would
tier.
you make him faithful?
Just being respectful and like loyal and, you know, not doing things that would make him unhappy, just trying to keep him happy, doing things correctly, not going out, not doing like crazy stuff. you know?
Okay. By default, though, if he's a top tier guy, he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Like you're expendable at that point.
That's
Make sense? Like
Yeah,
that. Like there's only a few of him. There's thousands of you.
Fair.
Aliens.
Do you think that like Beyonce goes out and does like crazy stuff and is like wild and like whatever?
I don't know. I don't think she's wild, but I do think that she kind of exposes herself to a lot of people. So maybe is in like a lot of different groups of people, like different celebrities and a lot of those people work with a lot of like music producers and all those production people kind of keep in a same circle. So I feel like she might be somebody who could like, have that situation. And that's why it leads to those kinds of problems of like unfaithfulness.
Jay-Z was gonna cheat regardless.
100%.
Jay-Z did cheat on her actually.
Which is
That's why
crazy
I
because I
asked
would
you.
not categorize him as a top tier. But
But-
What? You wouldn't
He's a
categorize
Jay-Z.
as top
Why
tier?
wouldn't you
He's a
categorize him as
billionaire.
because
top
he's
tier?
not that cute.
Not looks
Wait,
wise.
It's not about
You're-
look. He's a
Well, top tier
billionaire.
means he's handsome as well.
No.
Top tier doesn't mean handsome.
Men are not judged.
Okay, so
by
you
what
can
they
be
look like.
just ugly and have
First of
money
all,
and
half
that's
of
it.
the basketball players
you
are
can't-
butt ugly. They have the most beautiful girlfriends.
That's kind of the way it works.
Hold on.
Right, but I don't
Hold
think
on.
that makes them top tier. That's why from the get-go I said my top tier probably isn't what your top tier is.
Okay, but like in the worldly sense, what would top tier be? Like general.
I
Okay, so
wouldn't-
what's your
a
top tier?
handsome person, a person who's successful and carries themselves well, has a lot of respect, has good family,
Nah,
good morals.
no.
That's me.
That's
Come
no.
on. What the fuck?
You're,
We just don't agree, but that's what I think a good top tier man is.
What's your name over there?
Ella.
Ella. Jay-Z's a billionaire.
That's it.
What do
That's
you-
where the
what do you
line
mean
is
That's
drawn.
it. Well, no, what do you mean that?
Hold on.
Actually, he's
Yo.
a billionaire, which makes
Mhm.
him extremely intelligent. It
Mhm.
makes him cultured. It makes him aware. It makes him. He's actually an amazing
Culturally aware.
creative,
That's
an
like saying
amazing
Kanye
creative
West is.
person.
Wait, what about
Um,
Kanye West? I like
he's-
Kanye West.
What does one?
I'm sorry. What did you say? That cultured?
That's kind of
what?
like you're saying you're basically saying that he's culturally aware. What did you say?
Yeah, he is. He owns Basquiat paintings, and he owns like
right, but a lot of
you know what I'm
but I
saying?
think that there's
Like
other
he's
celebrities who do it
cultured.
too.
Like the Brooklyn Museum just did a whole exhibit about him and his
Mhm.
lyrics. So I would say that's being pretty cultured. I don't know what you would define as culture.
I think that I mean it's like I said, it's not just one thing. I think there's more than just being a billionaire and then
I
because you're a
named a
billionaire.
bunch of stuff
Would
that
you
has
do
nothing to do
you
with.
think he gave a lot to the world as a man?
I don't know enough about Jay-Z to tell you.
You don't think he revolutionized the rap game at all?
Maybe, yeah, but again, what does that have to do with? You can still be top tier and not have
He's
revolutionized.
he's a huge influence on
Wait, I have a
day-to-day
question.
culture.
Hold on. Give me a second, man. Real quick.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
Shout out to Tapiso, man. Tapiso just came through with a fucking super chat. We're gonna have to skip everybody else right now. We'll come back to that question. He says, would you pick a scammer / thug that is rich? He can take you anywhere you want, traveling, takes you shopping, etc., getting everything that you want, but he cheats on you all the time. Or pick a good, rich, loyal guy that would do the same things, but is boring in bed and won't cheat. Real quick, we'll go around. Which one would you take? The scammer / thug that takes you everywhere, he's fun, or would you take the rich, loyal guy that is boring in bed, he's bad in bed, and he won't cheat?
I would never take a scammer. Never take a thug. I think I would go with the rich guy,
Okay.
and you can make the bed fun. Yeah, you can teach him.
You- okay.
You can
Listen,
get better. Sex can get better.
I don't know. First of all, women that have to teach men, even because we have women come on here and they're like, I want a virgin. No, you don't. Girls don't want to teach men how to fuck.
That's facts.
How to have sex. They just don't want to do that. It sounds great when you come on a show and you say it, but they don't want to do that. Women don't want to teach men shit. You guys want a guy that's already developed.
Correct.
Okay, real quick, which one would you choose?
The second option.
The boring one? Okay.
Does the boring run have money? Or no?
He has money, but he's bad in bed and he's boring.
And he doesn't cheat though.
Yeah, he doesn't cheat. Oh my god, he doesn't cheat.
You're gonna have hold on, but then you're just gonna cheat on him because he's boring.
No, you.
That's what majority of women
That's why
do.
I said make it better.
Yeah, they only said he's boring in bed. We can work on that.
Yeah,
We
he
can
probably
definitely
talks
work on that.
good.
Kama Sutra, baby.
He's probably funny.
Y'all won't respect him. You'll look at him as a bitch because he doesn't know what he's doing in bed. You're gonna be like, yo, this nigga can't even manhandle me for
Nah,
put me
he
in my
was
fucking
funny
place.
for real. He'd be getting ass. So no.
All right, Ashley, which one are you taking, Ashley?
The scammer.
The scammer? Okay.
Ashley
Thanks for being
says,
honest.
"Scam me up."
What about you?
No, I would take the second option for sure.
The boring guy?
Yeah, I stand by what I said. We can definitely work on it. I believe in communication and improving.
All right, fair enough. What about you? Which one, Dina? Which one are you taking?
I would take the boring one just because I'm old though. If I was younger, I would.
Ladies,
would've
he
probably
is
said the
boring and he
scammer.
sucks in bed.
Scammers are bad. What if they go to jail? Exactly. What if they want you to hold their
That's
gun?
fast money
And then you're done.
Fast problems. That shit is done. No.
All right, cool. What about you over there, Ella? Which one are you taking?
He should have made the boring guy broke. Then
Yeah,
it would have been a
then
harder
it would have been a
decision.
hard
Yeah,
decision.
for
But
sure.
the boring guy for sure.
Hold
guy
on,
had
hold on,
money
hold on.
too.
So y'all
So-
think you could change this boring
No,
ass
I don't
man?
think I disagree. I
Which
don't
one you
think you
picking,
can
the
change
scammer?
it, especially if he's giving that narrative that he's boring. He's boring.
So why
That's
would you
it.
pick him? Because then you're not gonna have
Because
a,
if that's
a
my
good life
option
at
is
all.
a scammer and a boring
It's
guy, at
either-
least I have
it's
the
either
boring
not
guy.
be happy for the rest of your life or have fun for maybe a short period.
What the fuck?
Or
What?
if-
And what am I
hold on,
gonna do
or-
with the rest
hold
of the
on.
period?
Hold on. Or how y'all keep describing, oh, I'm gonna make him good in the bedroom.
I won't.
How about you tell
No.
the scammer to stop fucking scamming?
Yeah.
Y'all gonna
That's
sit
what I
there
said.
for how
They're
long?
addicted
It's
to
just like
it.
boring
That's
ass
not
talk.
happening.
So what
And
I
why
would-
I'm
change
teaching
them?
the guy to stop
What I would
scamming.
say, it kind of goes back to the last question that we stopped talking about the whole Jay-Z thing or whatever about the guy take an average guy that whatever. The reality is that with the scammer that doesn't work because it works the same way with cheating. You can't tell a man what to do. A man is going to do what he wants to do regardless of what you tell him.
True.
Yeah,
So-
100%. Real quick, back to you. Jay-Z's a fucking billionaire. Do you
I
understand
don't
that?
want a billionaire.
You said you described your top tier guy as a handsome guy with manners, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Do
That's what I want.
do you know?
That's
do
what
you-
I want.
How about this? How many billionaires do you know?
None.
Okay.
I think I'm maybe encountered one, but no, I don't
Okay.
know any. Like,
So by default, right? How many? Yo, can you look this
how
up?
many well-mannered guys do I know?
Look
though?
up how many billionaires in the
Very
U.S.,
few.
bro.
In the US, I think it's probably
I
like
got you. Hold on.
Look real quick.
Maybe.
Chat, let me know how many. If
1600 maybe?
the chat knows how much
Less than
billionaires
that,
in the U.S.
I'm not saying it's not something to be like, wow, that's great, fantastic.
Okay,
you
how
have
about this? How
money.
about this? Would society agree with you that a high value man is a handsome guy with manners?
No, and I said that from the start was what my definition of a top tier person in my mindset is that it's not just money
There
because
are
Jay-Z,
only
think about it.
735 billionaires.
Okay, but
in the
count
world.
all the celebrities that you know, they all make money. So what that's not enough for me to just be like because he's a billionaire or a millionaire or whatever. That's not enough for
but
me.
no. To
Well-
get to a billionaire status, that means you had a huge
Yeah,
effect on the
of course.
population
And
in the world.
Yes, and I agree with that, which is why I said I'm not disagreeing that you had to do things to get there, and I can be appreciative and like look towards that. However, for a person to be like you're talking about in a relationship with me, just being a billionaire, I've met people who have enough money for me to feel comfortable, but I don't think that was enough for me to be like, okay, I want to pursue this person. I really like this person. I want to be that person for them, right? No, that's
So what's
not
wrong with Jay-Z? He's just ugly to you? That's it? Besides that,
also he's a cheater. He's literally a cheater. I'm not gonna.
But you said you could change him.
I didn't say that.
Yes, you did. You said that you can make a top tier man faithful.
Yeah, you said that.
You did
Okay.
say that.
A top tier man, but I said that Jay-Z's not a top tier
Okay,
man.
whatever your top tier
What?
is.
My
You said
top
that you
tier
can
is
Give
not
me,
Jay-Z.
no. Give me a celebrity or someone that we all know that's top tier.
I don't think of any.
There's no celebrity
just because
that's
a
up there.
celebrity is a celebrity doesn't make them top tier.
Okay,
man.
well, we're trying to figure out what you consider to be handsome. So
Well-
what's a
She's
a
talking
guy
about
that
me.
we would all know that
I'm
you
talking
would say
about
he's
Eric.
handsome?
A handsome guy? I don't know. I have a different preference. You're probably gonna.
That's
No,
why
that's
I'm
what I'm
asking you. So
asking.
tell me
I
what
like
your preference
more
is.
pretty boys, like more like
Okay, what's a
So
pretty
I don't know, like-
Alejandro,
Pretty
like-
boys.
maybe like maybe like
Guys, you have to be
Alejandro's pretty,
sus
but like
Yeah,
Harry
he's top
Styles is
tier.
also pretty, or like
Harry Styles is gay,
faggot.
isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Harry
gay.
Styles isn't. Well, okay, fair. Even if he was,
He's
what's the
something.
problem?
He's something.
but
Wait,
she
you
got
said
there.
yourself. Wait, you said what's the problem? Even if he was
If
gay.
he was
You
gay.
can't have that
What does
gay
that-
boy. What you
I
gonna
didn't
fuck?
say I was gonna have Harry Styles. That's delusional.
No, she said that that's her type.
I said that he's a pretty boy, and I think my type is more pretty boy style.
I
So
second
would
this. Honestly, I like
So
the
it's
pretty
I don't
boys
like
too.
guys
Guilty.
that
Harry Styles
I don't know,
faithful?
Jay-Z.
Is he faithful?
So,
He'll never
ladies,
cheat?
I
Styles
don't
hasn't
know.
been in too many
Okay, wait,
relationships.
time out, pause. I don't know if you guys understand this though, and I can tell you this from experience. But pretty boys come with pretty problems.
Definitely.
Okay, so the same way that you're like, oh my god, he's so handsome. There's like 50 bitches in his DMs that are like, oh my god, he's so handsome.
Ladies, even though she's right about that, there's
So-
another bigger problem than that. Pretty boys are very feminine.
Correct.
Mhm.
They're very self-centered. They're
Pretty-
very into their
Pretty boys
selves.
are very feminine. And it's
Yeah.
crazy
Okay.
because you guys are pushing that agenda that men should be more pretty and take
No.
care.
No, I didn't push that. I like that.
Society
you
as
go
a
out.
whole is doing that, and then
Yeah.
when it comes time for men to be men, they don't step up to the plate, and then
Right.
women are like, "Oh, when there's no masculine men around." Well, you guys are feminizing them.
And then what's funny is they'll sit on the masculine men and then get with the masculine men in the end.
Yeah.
Y'all don't get with the feminine boys.
Real quick, man. I want to come back to David Jones's question and go around the table, but real quick, we do have a super chat from Kane Dennison, man. Shout out to you, brother. He says, "Ladies, is suspect if your man is it? I
Is
think he
it?
said.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ladies,
Is
is it suspect if your man requests for backdoor play and toys in the bedroom?" You know what? We'll go around the table this time with you. Go ahead.
Backdoor play. What is that?
Is
What
it-
backdoor are we
Yo,
knocking
Yo,
at?
hold
though?
up. You don't know what backdoor play
You're
is?
talking about like
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't do that. So
On
I
him
guess-
or on me?
Yeah, are you
Like,
talking
Whose
about on the
backdoor are we
man?
talking about?
am I catching?
They're
or am I
asking
pitching
for
or
it, or
receiving?
they're pitching it for
Using
themselves.
context
Okay.
clues
Okay.
because he did say
No, no.
suspect. I
Okay.
would think on him.
Okay, yeah, no, yeah.
It
that's-
says
You know what,
suspect.
Kane? That's a good fact right there, bro. Actually, I don't know if you're talking about her back door or his back
Yeah,
door.
Yeah,
who's-
that's what I'm
who's
saying.
knocking
But
at?
it's
Whose
two
house is
totally
it?
different. I think
things.
he's referring to the guy because he said
He said
if you're
The
a
suspect.
man.
suspect,
And he
yeah.
Yeah.
also requested.
Yeah.
Okay,
Man,
all right, fair enough. Is it suspect?
So if we're talking about a guy,
Yes.
I think it is a little.
Would
Okay.
you- if your man asked you to do that today or
Not
tomorrow,
interested.
no, would you leave him?
No. I would question that. I'd be like,
You don't think he would go somewhere else to get fucked in the ass then?
no, not my boyfriend. No.
Hold on. You would question it, but you wouldn't leave him?
No, yeah, because I'd be like, why? Because, you know, it depends. Like, there's people who make jokes about that shit. And I'm like, and I know girls who are like, I don't know if this man was kidding or not, which is why I'm like, I would question it and be like, are you for real? Like, is that serious? But that's it. Like,
I would say that if a man asked you to do that, I think you would lose respect for that man.
Yes.
And even if you didn't tell him you lost respect for him, you would mentally
subconsciously
lose.
be gone.
You would lose respect for that man. You would say, yo, this man asked me to backdoor him.
Yeah.
That's
you would feel
weird.
like the masculine
Like,
one.
what
now.
exactly is that?
Backdoor?
Explain
I
that.
don't know.
Okay.
I think he's
Let me-
talking about like,
his booty.
Can you guys let him explain that?
Let me mansplain it. Right? So essentially he wants something up his ass.
Like he wants me to stick something up his.
The toys.
Yeah,
he-
the toys.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, babe, don't ever ask me to do that.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. Shout out to your boy. He's never asked
Okay,
me.
hold on,
Yeah,
right?
they're
If your
not.
guy asks you like eat his ass, do you think what would you feel about that?
I'm gone.
Would you lose
Would
respect?
you lose respect?
You would lose
I
respect.
would lose so
would.
much respect.
Okay. All right. What about
So
you, Dina?
much.
I don't even know.
Have you done it before, Dina?
No.
No, I mean eat ass.
No.
They don't even like it if you touch their
That
butt.
sounds
so
like a
let
really
them
shitty situation.
Let
Like,
them
why
even
would I
come
put
near
myself
my
in
man.
the
Like,
thick
you
of
know-
it? Like, you feel me?
What
You
about
know
you,
it's-
Dina?
You guys don't even fucking wipe right. Like, why would I fucking do that to myself? What the fuck?
Dina, how long were you in your marriage? It was 10 years, right?
10 years we were
Okay,
together, yes.
so in the what was the good years? Year 5?
was the best
define
year?
What
Good.
was
Like
the-
relationships
Dina,
are
what was
come
the
in
best year?
waves.
What was the best year? Okay, let's go 8
Best
year.
year, probably the year right before we got married. Married on like on paper.
No, okay, the 8th year in your marriage when you have the kid, if he came to you and was like, "Yo, Dina, I want my ass ate," you would divorce him?
I would let him go get it.
You would
by
have
another
divorced
girl.
him? And
Gotta
let's say
pay
y'all
him.
had been good times. This is your husband. You would divorce him?
You're talking about my husband though, that
Right.
I've been with for 8 years.
Correct. You eating his ass.
You wouldn't
or
leave
divorce
him.
him?
I don't think I would have.
Yeah, I don't think you
because
would leave him.
it's a marriage. Like we're not just talking about like a relationship, like a regular relationship. I'm out. I'm done. Like,
And then you would eat the ass.
get the fuck out of here, huh?
You would eat his ass.
No. We'll find another girl to do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pay the
How
porn
about you?
stars.
Would you
Find
find
another
it
girl to do that.
suspect?
Oh my God, yes.
You
And
would.
I would lose all respect because, like, dude, if I do that to you, I'm going to make you my bitch. And, like, I can't respect you
God.
after that. I can't respect you. I'm sorry, after doing that. Like,
Yeah.
no.
You sound like a domination.
But what if it's the guy that you want to get married to a year from now? You wouldn't do it. I mean, he's giving you such a great month.
Well, thankfully, thankfully, we've already had that chat, and he's not
but-
with it. So it's like it's all good.
You don't know.
So it's all good.
You know?
But like, yeah, no, I would literally be like, no, that's so not masculine at
So
all.
I have a question.
can't-
Can I ask a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
That's okay?
Wait, hold on. Let's finish this real quick.
Okay,
How
okay.
about you? Would you lose respect for him?
Yeah, he's probably already done it with the man before if he's asking for that.
True.
Wow. Wow. What about you?
Red flag.
Would you lose respect?
No, I'll just label him as gay.
Wait.
And then peace out.
Yeah. Sorry, not for me, but you're gay.
So by default, though, you would lose respect.
Correct.
How you gonna say no and then literally explain?
I would
If you lose respect, you don't respect them at all. You're like, fuck
Would-
you. I
you
don't
would
care
break up
about
with
your
him, right?
life. I
You
don't
would
care
break
how
up
you
with him?
feel.
Oh, true. You're
Huh?
just
Would you
like
break up with them, correct?
Yes.
Just because of that. So that means you don't respect it, which means you don't respect him.
I mean, he
I
wants what he
guess
wants. He
you can
wants what he
respect
wants.
him by breaking up with him and telling him go find the person who will eat your ass for you.
No. Listen,
No, I agree.
you lost respect for him. You broke it up.
Okay, I lost respect for him.
Okay, real quick, man. Yo, shout out to David
okay.
Jones, man. I do want to finish his super chat because he did pay for this. So do you think that you can make a top tier guy faithful? Yes or no, Dina?
I said you can't make a man do anything.
Okay, I like that. Okay, what about you?
Yep, I was about to say the same thing. Like, if man's gonna be faithful, if he wants to be.
Okay, so isn't it easier than to just deal with an average guy?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you?
Yes, it is easier to just deal with an average guy.
Okay, you don't think you can change a top
Of
tier guy?
course not.
Okay, what about you, Haley?
Yeah, it's easier to deal with the average guy. You can't make a man do anything he doesn't want to do.
Okay, what about you?
Yeah, I agree.
Y'all don't think you can influence a guy to?
How are you gonna make somebody faithful? That's like you can't.
No,
If they want to cheat, they want to cheat. They want the
I
other
did not say
bitches.
make. I said influence.
A
You
top
can
tier guy,
influence,
they
but
have
you
so
can't
many
make him
options.
do anything.
they have so many options that you have to literally show them something that the other 10 don't have.
Absolutely.
So,
47.
believe it or not, we all are pretty much copy and paste. Girls
Yeah.
there's nothing special about girls anymore. So what is it? Like, what you gonna do? Ride their dick different than the other? Like, come on. Like,
I mean, honestly, if Beyonce couldn't keep Jay-Z
Exactly.
faithful, then fuck it, I can't either.
like,
Like,
they're not lasting. What's the point?
I hate
Yeah.
the word faithful, bro. Like, how do you know what the relationship dynamic was? If I get in a relationship with a girl and I tell her off jump, yo, I'm going to sleep with other girls, and she accepts it, that's not me being not
Oh,
faithful.
yeah.
You're so
oh well, no,
unfaithful,
that's like
'cause you
that's
have an
open
agreement.
relationship. That's
if
an
she
agreement. Yeah.
accepts that,
But
though.
cheating is different for
Yeah,
guys and
yeah.
girls. So
Okay, well, let's be realistic. Jay-Z could sleep with other girls.
Jay-Z, yeah.
He wasn't being unfaithful.
first of all,
Well, yeah.
Beyonce got the ring and the kids, so it don't matter.
True. At the end of the day.
All right, real
But
quick, man.
Beyonce's like,
So when y'all get married, you want your man to fuck with other
yeah,
people?
with other girls.
Okay, there's a difference between him
Fuck
doing
no.
it every weekend, every day, and him doing it one time out of 3 years.
Oh fuck no.
Hell no, like hell no.
Yo,
If me and my boyfriend have been together for 10 years and we love each other and we
He doesn't
Building
love you
with
if he
each other.
fucked another bitch.
But
That's
the
not
guys,
true.
guys and girls
That's
cheat.
not
The
true.
guys
I'm
and
not
girls,
going back. I'm gonna say he
That's
don't
not
love me.
boyfriend.
That's not true.
That's
He
not
can
true
fall
at
in love
all.
with her then.
But that's exactly why you won't find
You
a good
guys-
relationship
okay,
because
so-
you're gonna
That's
throw
fine.
you're gonna throw
So
it
here's
away
the
no
thing.
matter
Look,
the
here's the thing. I don't know if you guys understand. Like we said a couple minutes ago, cheating for women and cheating for men
It's
is very
completely
different. Now, if you're talking about a man who you're with and he's emotionally like invested into somebody else, then you could sit there and say, "Oh, he doesn't love me."
Mhm.
But because he sticks his dick in a warm, wet hole, doesn't mean that he
But it's
doesn't love you.
No, it's because
You
girls
get me?
don't want to accept the fact that sometimes they're just a fuck to a guy. Guys
That's
can just
true.
fuck you and not care. They can
And
not
not give
fuck
a
you and not
fuck,
even look at your
exactly.
face.
Very
And
true.
And that's probably happened to
And I
half
can-
of the women
that's
in
true,
the world.
but I
So
still
don't just assume just because your man, they like variety. So if he does it, don't just throw away an entire good relationship just because he did it one time.
It's not a good
Yeah,
relationship.
but
I
if
think
you're
that's soft
setting-
as
Yeah,
fuck.
but
That's
listen,
being
if-
soft. You're being soft.
You're a woman.
Well,
You're
then
expected
listen,
to be
the
soft.
only time
not
will tell.
soft like
Only
that.
time will tell.
Not soft like that. You want a guy to cheat on you and then you be like, "Oh, it's
No,
okay.
no.
I know you
Nobody
still love
said-
me."
no, no,
No.
Nobody said they wanted
Sorry,
the
can
guy
I-
to cheat on
can
them.
you-
Nobody
no
wants
I'm
that.
leaving.
But no one said they want. We said that guys are cheat differently
They're
than
just
girls.
wired
Guys
differently.
don't do it emotionally.
They don't
You see
think
how
the
you
way
are
we
so
think.
emotional? That's how we are as women. Guys can just fuck a bitch and go about their day and it's not even a thought. Once you understand that, you won't take
Things so
so
personally.
personal.
But I don't think it's about taking it personally. I think if you're
It is.
you're saying, okay, if you're already saying you said that it's not about, you know, the guy or whatever he's doing. You literally said if you're already prepping that this guy is gonna cheat on you, then that's kind of you preparing yourself that he's gonna do it and
No, but
being
nobody
okay
said
with
that we were preparing.
Nobody said- first of all,
for it.
you
That's
guys-
what it is. You guys
You
said they're
guys
gonna
are-
cheat. They're gonna cheat. That's
you
what you guys are saying.
assuming that they're doing it 24/7, 7 days a week. If he's doing that,
What?
no.
So you're
But if
taking
he tells-
your
stop
soon to be
yelling,
fiance
stop
back.
yelling, stop
I'm
yelling,
not
and let
yelling.
me
You're
finish-
taking your soon
but
to
let
be
me finish
fiance
my
back if he
statement.
cheats on
Let
you.
me finish my
Oh my God,
statement.
finish.
Thank you. So if I'm with my man for 10 years and on year 8 he did it one time and he didn't do it the past 7 years, I'm not throwing away an 8-year relationship. No,
That's just in the trash.
I don't think it's a
it's that simple.
I wouldn't say
and that's
that's
what,
crazy.
but that's why relationships nowadays don't last because women they run at the sight of any problems. You don't stay and fix it and
But-
work through all the ups and
but I
downs.
didn't say run. I mean like
But you are running. The moment you choose to leave and mess up and break a home and break a family, you're gone. That's running.
I didn't say run.
Then what is it?
So okay, so for me,
It's just leaving.
Okay.
I
Then
didn't
just leave.
I didn't say leaving, but I'll
She
Get-
didn't
Go
run.
ahead.
She
Hold
walked.
Hold on. Go ahead.
I'll get there. So what I think personally, I'm not saying to run away, exit the relationship, run. That has never came out of my mouth. However, I do think that to make that situation okay, I don't care if it's, I never said it was 7 days a week in the year, in the week, whatever. I don't care. If you did it one time in the year and we didn't discuss that, we weren't cordially agreement, we didn't like talk about
but
that.
you just assumed that none of that happened. All we said is that we wouldn't throw our relationship away
No,
if
we were-
it did.
Well, we were talking like in
So how would
general.
you know that conversation wasn't had with the man and female?
But that's what we were talking in general, right? So in general, if we were saying already, okay, this man's gonna cheat on you regardless. Like we literally, that's what we're talking about. And if you are setting yourself up to believe that your man's gonna cheat on you regardless, it's kind of like how again, that it goes back to the whole top tier topic. I don't think a man is top tier if you already are prepping that, oh, men get tired of me, or men are gonna, because I'm a woman, men are different, and he's just gonna cheat on
So
me.
you honestly think that a man that is more attractive, which is what you said you consider your top tier to be, right? Because you said it wasn't about money or whatever. You honestly think that a man that is more attractive than the average guy isn't going to have more options, isn't going to be more susceptible to cheating on
I think he would have.
It's not. You think it's not going to happen?
No, because this is what I'm saying.
It don't make no goddamn sense.
If you have,
Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
If you have
Don't get offended by her.
no, I'm just letting her finish. If you have a person, like I said, if you pick the right person, which I guess is very rare to, I don't know, everybody or whoever we're talking to here, or whoever everybody else is talking to, because the people I talk to, they understand that I'm not gonna, it's not about running away. That's not how I handle my issues. Now, if I want to talk to you about something and make it very clear from the start of my relationship that I'm not okay with that, that's the kind of person, when you vet a person correctly, when you know that this guy is good for you, I'm not gonna pick a person. I don't care if he's gonna get tired of me. If you're gonna get tired of me, then don't date me. You know.
So you don't think people can change?
Hold on, wait.
Oh.
Let me
Go ahead.
before you ask that. You yourself, thinking back on every decision you've ever made. How old were you again? I'm sorry.
I'm 22.
Okay, thinking back on the whole 22 years of your life that you've lived, you've never made not one mistake ever in your life.
Yeah, but we're talking, if we're comparing a mistake to a planned out, men cheat on women already, and you.
No, that's not what we're saying. That's literally what they're saying, is that if your man makes a mistake in a relationship, you've already been however many years together, and he makes a mistake, you're saying, fuck this, I'm out. So you're saying that you've never made now one mistake in your entire life.
And that's why I said we need to clarify, because in the beginning, we never even said the word mistake. Dang. Now, if they made a mistake, this is something that we can work.
I mean, I don't think
that's not a mistake, though. You stick your dick in a bitch for a mistake on accident. How did they get in there?
Guy cheats on a woman.
You fell onto the dick.
ladies. So I'm look, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna let Eric explain why men and women cheating is very, very different. So, first of all, ladies, you understand that cheating is different, correct? Would you agree? You agree? I'm talking to Cosmo.
I don't agree, but I understand your thought process.
Okay, ladies, I don't advocate for cheating, but I'm gonna say it in this way: if you have a high value guy that's a good man, he's providing for you, you have everything that you want, the house, the car, the kids, the last name, all of that, and he goes and does something with a girl at a club or something, he's on a business trip and he does something, all we're saying is do not leave that guy because he's doing everything right besides, I guess, fucking a girl that he's not fucking on an emotional level. If the girl got in a car accident the next day, yeah, he'd be like, oh, damn, she got in a car accident. He probably forgot her name. Crazy. So he'd be like, okay, we don't really give a fuck. But if you cheated as a woman, you understand that it would be emotional, and you had it because you get probably like 20 DMs, right? On a daily. If you go do those DMs and somehow you figure out and pick one guy, there was something about that one guy that you really like. That means it was an emotional attachment. If any girl that's a baddie hits on my shit, I'm fucking. I don't give a fuck what she looks like. I'm not going to sit here and pick and choose.
Yeah. Also, ladies, when men cheat, they're not cheating to replace. For some reason, you guys are under the impression that men, that when they sleep with another woman, he hates me now. He doesn't love me. He wants to replace me, right? Biologically, we're different, right? When a man and a woman has sex, the man gives away his energy, the woman takes that energy, right? So we're different. So this is why women can't. Women aren't even designed to go ahead and cheat on their boyfriends or have multiple sexual partners. You guys can get pregnant one time, once a year. I can get a girl pregnant every single day of the year. If I wanted to. We're designed differently. I think the problem with you is first of all, you're young. I think you're a little bit naive. You don't understand that if you have a high value guy that is providing everything for you, the one negative thing he does is sleep around with another woman. You're gonna leave the top guy for what? To go date an average guy that's gonna cheat on you anyways?
And lie about it?
Yep.
Make that make sense for me.
It's the 80-20 rule.
Make it make sense for me.
You're gonna leave 80% of something that's amazing, perfect, whatever, because of the 20% that doesn't work.
Personally, for me,
and then you would and then end up possibly with a guy that's backwards. Like, what if there's a guy that, okay, he gives you the 20% of I'm not gonna cheat on you, but he doesn't have a job, he sits on the couch all day, he's a shitty dad, he just fucking
Not even sitting on
sits
the couch,
there
he
and
just
is
has
like,
a regular
hey,
job.
can you pay my bills? Like, sorry, babe, you know, like.
Yeah, no, personally for me, like I'm with her. Like it just is what it is. I think there are high value men, whatever you want to call it, whatever your definition of that is, who are incredibly loyal to their woman. I mean,
Agreed.
you know, like two people really can be together and not have that infidelity. I mean, trust is everything. And personally for me, like once I know somebody else has touched you, it's over. It's
You
over.
lose
It's over
respect.
for me, and that's just it. That's just it. That's just how it is.
Exactly.
Personally.
You know what's funny? When the ladies say that, and the ladies that really mean that shit, and I go to their Instagram page, and they're with a very feminine guy that I think majority of men don't respect. Is that the guy that like you want?
Personally, my boyfriend's incredibly masculine. Like I have more respect for him as a man than I've ever anybody I've ever dated. It's like very new for me, but it's great.
In 2 years in a relationship, if he slept with another girl, you're telling me you would just leave?
It wouldn't be the same for me anymore. Like I wouldn't be able to get past that. It's just me, and that's her too. And you know, I think that's valid.
Okay,
It
real
just
quick.
is what it is.
Guys, make sure you guys go ahead and like the video, man. Shout out to you guys in the chat, man. I see you guys. Okay, here's another thing, guys. Men and women, like I said earlier to you, we're different, right? If a man is not cheating the way you just described that guy, he's going against his own biology, right? Does that make sense? Like we were literally
You think you're biologically programmed to cheat?
biologically we were literally programmed to fucking spread our seed as much as we possibly
See,
could.
that is true, and I agree with you. But I think it's impressive on an evolutionary level when a man can get past that.
And I understand that.
My ex kind of had the same opinion as you. Like
Right.
you are designed to do that. That's a fact. That's a scientific fact. But it's like it takes a certain kind of good man to fight those instincts and get past that and not act out that way.
Yeah. And listen, I agree. I just recently, I've gone through a lot of my life, but just recently I realized, man, fucking all these girls, it ain't all that, bro.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that's like a little thing you have to learn in time.
But here's what I'll say is when a guy does it, he's not the devil.
No,
like you.
No, he's not.
He's
But it's just like I don't like it anymore.
But you'll leave him for it, though.
Yes, because it's ugly. Like that's ugly.
Hold on, but it's ugly that y'all are gold diggers and you can't.
No, nobody said we're gold diggers. Why would I like?
Cap. None of y'all would date down. So you're hypergamous because that's your biological nature, right? So our biological nature is spread our seed. Your biological nature is find the best mate. That's the fact. So you finding the best mate is the guy that's higher than you on the status level or a hypergamous level.
Yeah,
it's true.
So that means you
can't say that's not because it's science.
It's fine, bro.
Science says that
women are gold diggers.
No, science says that women were designed in the way to find the most viable candidates to have children with.
But not men.
That means in caveman
Come
days,
on.
it was the biggest, strongest guy.
Come on.
Right? In the years, hold on,
Mm-hmm.
wait. In caveman days, it was the biggest, tallest, strongest man because you knew that your children were going to grow up and be big and tall and strong. Okay. Nowadays, you find a man who has a good family, the finances to take care of a family, the maturity to be able to stay in a relationship. So we're still being hypergamous in the sense that it's just maybe it's not the strongest guy. Maybe it's a good looking guy, like you say, like Harry Styles. But now we're looking for you. Are you going to pay my bills? Are you going to take care of these kids when we have kids? Are you going to, be here, present?
That
regardless of what's okay, so then
But-
you are hypergamous.
But you stopped there, and it's like there shouldn't just be that. You're counting these 1, 2, 3 things when it's
We're talking about evolutionary standards.
Yeah.
That's what we are biologically
talking
trained to look for. What you're talking about now are all cultural, social preferences. I'm talking about science.
Well, I mean, scientifically, we have evolved. So if you even in
scientifically, there's still 3 women to every man on the planet.
Facts.
Just for the record, I've dated some fucking bums. So I have definitely settled for some fucking dudes.
Especially when you're young.
I hate when y'all say that shit because where are they? Why aren't you with them anymore?
Because I wised the fuck up.
Hold on.
I wised up.
Hey, listen, he's got a good point. When women come on, I've dated bumps. Where are they now? And here's the thing. when a guy is a bum, he has a shorter leash. Like you will tolerate less from that man because he's a bum. There's a whole bunch of bums out there.
I mean, personally, I probably would have still been with one or two of them if they weren't so emotionally abusive and very toxic.
Yeah.
To be honest, like I probably
Hold
What was toxic about them?
on.
I'm curious. What was toxic about them?
I've only really had like three. Like I consider two of them to be
Okay,
really
so the
serious.
first one
The
that you were
first
with, what
one-
was toxic about him?
So he had like serious mental problems. Like he was like super emotionally and physically abusive.
Give me an example
Like he would pick
of
fight.
like.
What?
Okay, he would pick. No. say
Like
what
he
you-
would pick fights with me, or he would be completely like have these
Into the mic.
paranoid bouts of just like paranoia.
Oh, so why are you picking these guys?
Well, I mean, I was young.
Okay.
I was young. I didn't know any
that's
better.
not logical.
No, I really didn't know any
that's not
better.
logical, right? That's not logical. What she just said is
What's
not
it?
logical to pick that guy.
I think it's logical.
I really didn't
it's
know
like
any better.
obviously it's a bad decision. Like
Yeah.
you shouldn't have, but like like if you're young, you're dumb, you're naive.
Hold
What happened with
How-
the
If it's a
second
Hold
bad
on, hold on.
decision, how is it logical? That logic doesn't make sense.
No,
if
it's
it's a
logical.
bad decision, how is it logical?
It wasn't
logical that
logical. There's
she
nothing logical
chose
about
that
it.
because she was young and dumb.
So it's not logical. It's not logical. It's not
Real
logical.
quick,
It's not logical.
Yeah, I
How
didn't know any
old
better.
were you when you were dating?
I got with him when I was 19.
Okay.
Oh,
What happened with the second
You
guy?
didn't
Why
deserve
is the
that.
second guy toxic?
So I just left my ex of 5 years at the end of June. We were together for 5 years, and I was also very young. I was 21 when we got together. I was just fresh out of that other toxic relationship, just fucked up, just all kinds of traumatized, and just whizzed right by all those red flags. We made it for 5 years, and then
you haven't told me what the red flags are. Like, why was he toxic?
he was textbook narcissist, like textbook.
Okay, give me an example of something that he would do that you said he's a narcissist.
Well, for instance, he couldn't listen. He didn't really communicate well. He was all about himself. He did not really ever care about me. And that
Okay, but tell me an example. Like, okay, one day we went here, this happened. This is like, tell me an
real quick,
example.
hold on.
Like that.
What's the definition of a narcissist?
I mean, there's not really like one clear.
they don't know when they're wrong.
Hold on,
Yeah.
hold on, no,
Steve,
no,
look
yo,
it
yo,
up,
yo,
Steve.
yo,
Can't admit
yo,
when they're
yo, yo.
wrong.
What do you mean? There's not really one clear definition. What does that mean?
It's kind of narcissists are incredibly complicated people.
Steve, look it up.
But there's a definition.
You used the word, and I wanted
Like
to
a
know what your.
self-centered-
Hold on, yo. You use the word. I just want to know what your definition of it is.
Basically somebody who can't really love anybody else. They really prioritize themselves over everything. And he definitely did that. So I just kind of got tired of it after 5 years. I kind of wised up. So-
Okay, so this is the definition of
He has it right
narcissist.
there.
Okay, shout out to him real quick, man. You know what, Steve? Go ahead and read that for us, bro. Go
Yeah.
ahead.
It's a person who has an excessive interest in or admiration of themselves.
Yeah, he could never apologize. He was never wrong. He had me completely convinced that I was like, he was a big gaslighter. He had me completely convinced that I was this toxic, horrible girlfriend when I know that I'm not. Oh, okay.
Like that.
Very cute. And he was just, at the end of the day, he was just a fucking asshole. Like, he was just all about himself. He did not give a shit about me. As I finally realized that after 5 years, and I was like,
Stop the
peace out.
cap.
It's like,
Okay,
peace out.
you know what, man? Go ahead and power up the this super chat real quick, man. Shout out to Kyria. Hopefully, I'm not murdering your name.
Oh, she
Shout out
comes
to.
on the show.
Yeah, she says, why is it that women are Kyria? Sorry. Why is it that women are no longer attracted to masculine men? ? I can't wrap my head around a woman preferring feminine men. Can you ladies break this down? We'll start off with you because you like feminine men, right?
I didn't say feminine. My boyfriend's not feminine.
Red
He
flag.
might you might say he has feminine traits, I guess, because
How about this? What are his feminine traits?
Does he paint his nails?
no, he doesn't paint his nose. But if he did, I would be like, whatever, bro.
Red flag.
I think maybe I don't know. I don't see him as feminine. I think
You
he's
just
very
said he has feminine traits. What are
like what you would probably say he has feminine traits because he takes care of me and he spends a lot of time like he's very attentive to me, and like maybe you would think that I'm a little bit more masculine in my
I
relationship.
need you to list stuff.
That's what I said. I don't know. I
just
feel
said
You said
he
traits.
takes care of me
like he's very
and he
I don't know.
spends time with me.
He's very like but like it's like very next level. I don't feel like he's not like, for me, he doesn't do what average guys do. He spends a lot of excessive time like taking care of me, as in like I could be doing something and he'll be waiting in the car outside type thing for like 3 hours, you know, like
he's a simp.
yeah, maybe he's a simp. See, that's what I'm saying. Okay, so he's a
Damn,
simp.
son.
So my boyfriend is a
What
simp.
does he do for a living?
My boyfriend, he's a store manager for Starbucks.
You just say he sits in the car for 3 hours?
Yeah, he's a simp. Okay, but and you know what? That's what I'm saying. I think for me that works because I like him. I like that way. I like how he is.
So
For
you
you,
like
you'd be like,
feminine
he's a
guys.
feminine guy.
No.
There's your example.
Every girl
How
on this
long have
table
you
would
been
agree
with
with us.
I've
That's
been
a
with him for
feminine
like
guy.
a year and like 2 months.
Wow.
Is that a feminine guy?
Do you think he's feminine?
Don't lie. Just to
Sitting in the car, that's a little bit.
Okay.
That's a little bit feminine.
You see what I'm saying?
Is that
He was wait for
feminine?
me.
He loves you though.
So I gave a
Yeah.
good example.
She
Is
said
what
he
you're
loves you
saying.
though.
He obviously
go.
loves you. Yeah.
He worships her. He sits in the car for 3 hours.
Oh.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
too much
So when
for
did
me.
she get out? Maybe
But you know what?
That's
That's
too
you.
much.
What's crazy is like he does work a lot. But for example, if it was a particular scenario, I had like a practice and I was like an hour away, and he was like, if I drive back, that's gonna be stupid because I'm gonna waste 2 hours worth going back and then getting back. Like it's basically
Wait, but why did he wait in the car?
because he had nothing better to do. What?
damn, he couldn't get a
wants to wait for
haircut.
you.
He couldn't go to
No.
Starbucks, get
I
a
think
coffee.
okay,
he works there. He gets that every day.
Yes,
he-
he
he's not
went.
worried
Yeah,
about
I don't
Starbucks.
think he's worried about Starbucks, but he did go somewhere. I think he went to get something, and then he sat in his car. He watched videos, whatever he
Honestly,
showed.
I would love for my man to sit in the car.
That's
for
what
me.
I'm. But what I'm saying,
Why?
right?
I'm not
No.
joking.
What's wrong with it?
Go do something.
Well, he did something.
Like, go
I feel
fucking-
bad.
Okay, but
do
logically
something.
speaking, in that scenario, we were an hour away, and so realistically, he was like, "If I drive back, I'm gonna waste 2 hours."
So
anyway.
minus that, has he done that just regularly?
Yeah, he like sometimes he'll wait a little bit longer. Like for example, if I'm getting out of work, he's ready like 30 minutes, like waiting for me outside, right? Not 2 hours, but he'll wait for me and things like that. So I feel like that's not something a normal masculine guy would
So
do.
would
They'd
you-
be like, "Fuck that, I'm
Would
going
you,
home."
You think your guy's masculine?
I think he's masculine in other ways, like
What
the-
masculine
No, no.
traits does he have?
like he goes to the gym. He like has like
That makes him
gym guy
masculine.
Be
friends.
working
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I feel like masculine guys go and they like spend a lot
Maybe
of
he
time
just
with.
wants
He
to
spends
be
time with his
healthy.
guy friends. Yes, that too. But that's what I mean. I feel like a masculine guy would be healthy. He has a good group of guy friends. Like he's always like playing fucking video
But-
games with his friends. Those
Yeah.
are masculine.
Video games are
Wait,
masculine.
Wait a
Well, it's
second.
not
I
feminine.
hate a guy who plays video games.
Red
So
flag if
he's-
he plays video games.
No. My point is, how does that make him masculine? Because he plays video games.
Well, I
That's
think
irrelevant. Doesn't
it's
make
not a
him
feminine
either.
trait to play video games.
She said he's
Some
always
girls
hanging
play
out
video
with his
games
guy
with their
friends.
booty out and their socks
hangs
on.
out with
Yo,
No, and
I don't-
it's
I don't
funny
play
because I said
video
the ladies that talk y'all, including her, she said, "Oh, I have a masculine man too."
Yeah.
And I'm like, I look at your nigga, I'm like, nah, he's very feminine. He gives me like beta vibes.
I can definitely
A
list
guy
off.
that most men don't respect. That's
I
kinda
can
like,
definitely
What's
list
a
off
beta?
some real masculine traits that my boyfriend has.
To you, what is a beta to you?
A guy that sits in the car for 3 hours.
That's it. Okay. All right.
I don't think I need to go deeper with that.
But
no, but I really don't
okay,
need to
but
go
see, if
deeper.
I said that, you would sit here and be like, "Give me more
So
list."
a
No,
beta
I
man,
know, but that
look,
already
I'll
cuts
give
it
her.
off.
I'll give her a good one. A beta man is a man that sits there and waits for the world to come to him.
Stupid.
Okay, an alpha man wouldn't have sat there and wasted 3 hours. You understand that time is the most valuable asset we have as human beings. An alpha man would have never wasted 3 hours of him being able to go make money somewhere or make a move somewhere, just sitting there.
That's facts.
But okay, so do you understand?
That's the difference
Do you know
between
what
an
a-
alpha and a beta.
Do you know what the definition of an alpha is, though? Do you know where historically the word alpha comes from?
You don't even know what evolution
Alpha,
is. So how am I gonna not know what
How,
an
why did you?
alpha is?
Why?
Like,
When
are
I
you
was
serious?
I was just talking about how we have evolutionized, and you literally are talking about caveman time. So I don't know how I don't understand. Define alpha. You're dodging.
It's science.
Yes, it's
like what I was
dodging.
explaining to
So
you was
define
science.
alpha.
I'm not.
Oh,
I'm not
there we go.
dodging it. An alpha is what I just defined to you. An alpha
That's an
male is
example.
going to be at the top of the food chain. Okay, which means that if you look at animals, like a lion, for example, right? An alpha lion is the one that's out there telling everybody what the fuck else to do. He's not sitting on the sidelines watching everybody like a fucking scared little meek piece of shit. So, I mean, do you want
An
me
alpha
to?
that doesn't. First of all, historically speaking, the alpha word, the term itself, came from wolves, not lions. So historically, in the animal kingdom, that
Oh,
doesn't
I'm
make
so
any
sorry.
sense. I'm just helping you so that you know, like, what
Just educating
you can't
you.
talk about something and not know, right? So if we're gonna talk about alphas and pretend that I don't know what we're talking about, let's talk about it. First of all, an alpha, that literally historically in wolves, that's a myth. That wasn't a real thing. It was literally a myth. That's not a real thing. That's a thing that literally men termed the coin, and they just decided that alpha is what we're going to refer to, because in myths, wolves and packs, they don't run with alphas. That's not how it works. They run in packs. So realistically, like, again, if we're going to talk about something and define it, we're going to talk about it, then we need to know.
Okay, so then in
Who's the leader of the pack?
packs, why do the males fight each other to in packs? Because you said you know everything historically about wolves. So I'm gonna ask you. So in packs, okay, when there's more than one male, like let's say the older male is getting old and there's a cub that grew up and now he's a guy too and he's got all this testosterone, then why the fuck do they fight each other to see who's gonna be in charge?
That's not how it works. That's not how it works. Wolves run in packs.
Do you have Animal Planet at the crib?
Yeah, I do have Animal Planet at the crib. Everybody knows that wolves don't have a leader. They work together. They work as a team.
Every society, whether it's animalistic or human beings, has a leader.
All right.
So how do they figure out where to go?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Fair.
Thank you.
Wait, did you really just say that wolves don't have a leader?
Yeah, they just said that they don't have a leader. All the guys sit around the fire, the wolves, and they play video games. That's what they do
because they're so masculine.
Amazing. Right. Okay, awesome, man. Let's go ahead and finish this super chat. So, what about you? Why do you think that, Dina, that women are going for feminine men rather than the masculine men?
Because they fed into this feminine. I can't even talk no more. Like it's my fucking brain cells are dying. It's because they fed into this whole fucking feminist bullshit. That's why they look for them. That's why they look for men that are less masculine. It's that, and two, I don't know. Maybe they don't feel good enough to compete with the women who are competing for the other top whatever. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that has something to do with it. Honestly, I've been trying to figure out since the first time I came on this podcast, and it's not going well.
Yeah. Shout out to you. Okay. What about you? What do you think about that?
I partly agree with what she said about how men are fucking encouraged to be more feminine now. It's like a weird fucking whole movement we got going on now. Personally, I don't go for the feminine dudes. I mean, to be honest, my ex was pretty fucking feminine, but definitely leveled up on that regard. Also, I think also a lot of girls now are kind of in their masculine a lot, if that makes sense, and kind of taking care of themselves, and maybe they see themselves as a little too aggressive or masculine or whatever. They want a man that's just going to submit to them, you know, which I couldn't do. Couldn't be me.
Okay, what about you, Ashley? What do you think?
I just blame the feminists. I
blame the feminists.
That's really the whole thing. Like, they have. It's not that anything is wrong with being independent and powerful. Nothing's wrong with it, but to a certain extent, if you don't allow a man to be a man,
it's unnatural, right? The way shit's going is a little unnatural.
It's weird.
Yeah,
it doesn't
really
make sense.
Haley, what about you? What do you think about that?
I think the feminist movement, of course, but I think women like to walk all over their men now, and they want to be the ones in charge. They don't let their men lead anymore.
Okay, what about you?
I agree with everything that they said. Basically, a lot of girls do want to walk all over their men. Obviously, I don't want that, but that's something that the feminists are pushing onto men.
Okay, perfect. Do me a favor, man. Go ahead and power this one up. David Jones, man, coming through with another super chat. He says, women who say small dick energy as an insult are the same ones who say that men are not allowed to say loose vagina energy. Why is this the case? Okay, this is actually a really good question. So women sit here and call men, small dick energy,
shrimp dick.
But if we were to say, you got a loose vagina,
that pastrami,
it's a problem, ladies. Why is that?
I don't find it a problem if they just won't find out, I guess.
No. So in society, women are allowed to voice the fact that men have small dick energies, and no one says anything about it. It's socially acceptable. But if we were to start calling you guys loose pussy,
people do say that. I don't know, maybe not from where you're where you stay at, but definitely where I'm from in Miami, they don't give a fuck. They will definitely say loose pussy, and Like that's just what it is. Like you take it and like fucking deal with it.
If the shoe fits, man.
Yeah, the shoe
I've been
fits,
in
basically.
Miami. I've been in Miami going in a year, and I have yet to hear anyone here say loose pussy.
Did you go to school here?
I did not go to school here.
Yeah,
but,
people say that.
The schools, they're
people
crazy.
do say that here a
so,
lot.
They say it a lot.
so you're talking about just high schools?
That's like the new high school because I didn't hear that when I was in high school.
Yeah, they do say that.
People
I guess
don't care.
I guess the question here is, why is it acceptable for women to sit here and belittle men with the small dick energy?
It's because
Right?
of the feminists. They have women thinking it's okay to say whatever they want to say without any filter. Oh, unfiltered. But,
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Shout out to you.
but yeah, that's really it. Men, they can't do anything. Men are scared to get put down, so that's why they becoming more feminine than the women.
Okay.
So-
Haley, what do you think about that?
I mean, I feel like they already do.
Need you to move in and
I
speak
feel
into the
like they
mic.
already do say stuff like that about women. So
Ladies, where are you guys living at, bro?
Yeah, that's what I want to know.
Where do you live at?
It's a bad place here, guys.
Not once have I heard any guy say, "Yo, that girl has loose pussy" in
Where-
Miami.
I've heard it.
But because
I have heard it, yeah. For other girls.
So y'all hang around the wrong people.
but listen, man, I hear small dick energy almost everywhere.
You hear it more often. That's true. Like
But
women will use that against guys way more. But I think it's just more because women want to like jab a guy where it hurts, and I feel like guys, a lot of their ego comes from that.
When does a
So
guy
that's
just use that? I want to hear. Give me an example of a guy just saying that.
You
to
mean
y'all.
using the female one?
Yes.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay,
I know.
how about
you?
in-
Say you
in-
use it.
because in high school people toss it around when a girl, for example, like they were rumored this girl was supposedly like a girl who got around. They would say that about her. They
Okay,
would talk like that. about
hold on. But here's the thing: if she is going around, then that's a fact.
Like for
Yeah.
example,
Okay, but if a
for
guy has a
example-
small dick, that's a fact too. It doesn't
No,
change
but
that's
the
a
thing
term.
is that women are calling men that without knowing if their dicks are small enough.
Exactly. They don't know if the girls.
Yeah,
vagina is
some
loose or
guys,
not.
but that's what we're saying.
But-
Guys,
And
would
I
talk
being
about-
childish,
if the girl
basically.
was a hoe in school, then by definition she's loose.
Yeah, but here's the thing: you don't. There are girls who were called a hoe who weren't a hoe. That's the problem. That a lot of men will call
Yes,
a girl
but-
hoe, and she didn't
And
even do nothing like
You're
that.
saying
you know?
a lot of men would do that. I'm telling you, a lot of men won't do that. Right?
Yeah, guys
What-
in guy circles, like locker room talk kind of situation. Yeah, guys would say that.
We're
If you
talking
ever,
about
like, a football
society. We're
team
talking
kind of
about society
situation?
as a whole. We're not talking about
Right.
one minority.
What, a football team
What-
is a
what-
minority?
But that's like a private conversation. We're just speaking out in general. A girl, let's say Dina thought your guy had small dick energy. Dina might be like on the mic, "Yo, you're dating a small dick energy guy."
Mhm.
We would never say, "Oh, he's dating a loose pussy
Yeah.
girl." Like, why would I use that?
Yeah,
Like,
that's a
doesn't even
weird.
sound right.
The way he said it was weird. I don't know.
No, the way that.
But you said
that-
another
what-
one right
what-
after, which was a lot more
what-
like used.
no,
what was
what-
it? You said something else. It was like what
What
pastrami?
David?
Is that what you
listen,
said?
Listen,
That one is
yo,
used a lot.
Listen.
People say
Listen.
that.
What David is trying to say is that in society, women are allowed to talk shit about men, and men are not allowed to talk shit about women. As a matter of fact, men will check men for talking shit about women.
Facts.
But if a woman talks shit about men, women don't check each other on that shit, and men won't even check women on that shit.
We hype each other up on it.
Absolutely, yeah. Have you ever called a dude small dick energy?
Me?
Yeah.
I've only been with a couple guys, so no.
Okay, so you've never just used small
No.
dick energy. It's
No.
giving.
No.
What is small dick
No.
energy?
I don't know. I don't know what it is.
I think that's
I
feminine.
think that's disrespectful. Like I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, no, I was just about to say that. I've never liked that phrase. And I don't use it.
Okay, real quick, man. Guys, make sure you guys like the video, man, and continue with the super chats, man. Ask the ladies some questions, and if you want us to cover any topics, go ahead and do that as well, man. I have a question for the ladies today, man. So, at what age does a woman reach her prime? Okay, so we'll make it easier. How about you give me like a number, right? Like from this age to this age, okay? We'll start off with you.
I would say like 20 to 25.
20 to 25. Okay. What about you, Dina?
I would say
Dina, speak in the mic.
19 to like.
Into the mic, please.
Yeah, point it
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I would say like 19 to like 26.
Okay. What about you?
What kind of prime are we talking about? Like in what way?
Just
In
You're in
Like
the
bi-
dating
like
market.
biologically,
No, the dating market.
like- What?
In the dating market or the social market.
Oh, in the dating market. Okay, I would say like between 23 and 30, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about you?
I would think like 23 to 25.
Okay. What about you?
23 to 30.
22. What about you?
Like 18 to 27.
Okay. And what did you say? 19?
19 to 26.
You guys are pretty much, I would say.
Like 27 is that's your last year to figure
Yeah.
it out.
You
know?
gotta go do something.
Yeah. Yeah, you better tie it up real
That's
quick.
his cutoff.
Yeah. I mean, how old are you?
26.
And you see, she said, "Yo, I've dated a guy for a month. I'm getting married this year."
Exactly.
Right? She's already tying it up.
What in this month told you that he's like that the one?
After getting out of a 5-year relationship.
Honestly, like so many things, but I'll try to list some. I mean, the consistency, the effort, the communication, the
Guys have only been talking for a month.
No, I know, and it's been great. I mean, that's just is.
Sometimes you just know.
Think about it what you will. Think about it what you will. But it's been great.
No, sometimes you know.
Yeah,
Sometimes
sometimes you know. I mean, I know. I expect people to be like, "Well, it's only been a month," and it's like,
I'm not saying that it's not possible. I'm saying it's not probable.
I didn't think it was either, and I definitely was. I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I've been waiting for the other shoe to drop. Because I was almost like too
Only
good.
been a month.
I know, and I'm open to the possibility that I could be wrong. I'm totally open to the possibility of being wrong.
Did you get this guy just to fuck and then it turned into more?
No, it's a long story.
You were just we're on a podcast and
Hey,
you were just in a 5-year relationship, and then you said a month ago, so June, September.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, how long ago did you break up?
In June.
Where you're
End
in
of June.
Okay, so
really July to September.
Mm-hmm.
Stop the cap.
Okay.
What's your question? What's
Does that sound right to y'all? Like you didn't even have time to heal, but shit.
No,
like,
I
you
know.
hopped in a 5-year relationship to fucking with a guy and saying, "Yo, I'm gonna marry this guy."
Yeah, no.
In 2 months.
To be honest, I was a little bit on the fence about getting involved because I was like, it's been so soon. I feel like I haven't paid the appropriate amount of like respect in time to the 5-year relationship I just had.
In the time, because you said he was an asshole, so
yeah,
that doesn't matter. But my thing is like you've only known this guy for a month.
I've known him for 10 years.
Right.
We went to middle school together, but yeah, we just reconnected a month ago.
You've only known this guy for a month. So even if you knew him in middle school, I hate to break it to you, 10-year-old him is not the same as 27-year-old him. Like
No, I know, but we've been friends for 10 years. We've been
wait, so you always spoke to him.
Okay, fuck yeah.
Are we hearing what I'm? She broke up with her man, and then her guy best friend swooped in.
No, not best friend. Like we would like check in every couple of months to say what's up.
So wait, you were in a relationship and you were checking in with this dude?
No, we were just friends from middle school. I didn't think anything else would ever come of it. It wasn't like a romantic thing at all.
Plotting.
I mean, shit. He probably actually he admitted that he was. He admitted he was like, I've been fucking waiting for my chance. Like. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
He's been watching, taking notes on all the bad things.
No, seriously.
All right, real quick, guys. Hold on. We have a chat right here, man. Shout out to Adam Heckler, man. He says, Dina is so wise and old like a turtle.
Well, turtles be old. Turtles be old.
They be living forever.
Turtles be old.
Turtles be dying sometimes.
Yo, chat, shout out to you guys, man. Make sure you guys like the video, man. Okay, cool. Ladies, we'll go around the table now, and you guys can tell me at what age range does a guy reach his prime? Starting off with you. Go ahead.
Probably like 32 to 35.
32? Damn. Just 3 years?
Yeah, that was short as fuck.
Holy shit. Okay. Damn. What about you?
I guess 35.
To what?
Infinite
until he dies.
Infinity and beyond.
35 to 40.
35. Okay. What about you?
I would say like 20, like 28 to like 30.
28?
28 to like 38.
Okay. What about you?
Yeah, I'm thinking like 28 to 35.
Damn.
How many 28-year-olds do you know you got their life in check?
Yeah. I mean, by then,
yeah,
you're out of college or whatever you got going on. Yeah. By then,
I mean, you should be anyway.
He just started his career. My bad. I'll finish. You know,
30 to 47. I'll do.
Okay. What about you?
Like 28 to 40.
Okay. What do you think?
33 to maybe 40.
I actually think
45.
So when it comes
at
to,
least 45.
I give you 45.
when it-
33 to 45.
Here's the thing,
Minimum
ladies.
40.
Ladies, when it comes to age for men, we don't age like you guys do. You guys age like milk.
Damn.
Okay, so with men, as long as we have status and money, I could be a 60-year-old and still be good.
That's true.
That is true.
I can listen. For her, a high value man was a handsome man. A guy that has $1 billion and he's a 65-year-old, he's still up there. Yeah. I mean, he's dating a 25-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
Our primes are very different, and a man's prime is longer. Like we could have a prime up to 30 years. Realistically, your prime is in your 20s.
Yeah.
Once you hit 27, you know what I mean? It's the truth, which is why I told Dina at 41, you're gonna start the date at 41.
Find me a nice little 50-year-old.
Red flag.
You think a guy could be in his prime up to like 60?
I say 55.
I think 60 is like, I don't know, because then that's like when your testosterone kind of drops. So that's why I said to like 50.
I think Eric made a good point though. Like if you got the
like
status and the
50,
money,
you're
you're
good.
fucking killing it no matter
bro.
what.
That's true.
Yeah.
Well, okay, well you need to have that. That's why I asked him the
Yeah,
prime.
that's what I'm
'Cause
saying. Yeah,
I'm thinking like physicality too. You know what I mean?
like physically,
If-
I would
if you
give
don't
dudes
have
to
the-
like 50.
Yeah, if you don't have the
55
money
if he always
and
took
you're
care of
60,
himself.
like you're looking like you're dwindling and you don't have money, you're not in your prime.
All right, real quick, man. Shout out to the chat. Tim just became a member for 6 months, man. Shout out to you. He says, classic example of why men and women can't be friends.
I'm
Okay.
talking about her.
Can men and women be friends? Ladies.
On the women's side, but I think the man has always got something in the back of his mind.
She has to say yes because she has another backup for next.
And he's watching too.
Not at all.
Yo, that's a good point, bro.
Yeah, she
Women
got the
always
She
have
got a whole
backups.
bunch of Facebook
No, I
friends. waiting.
didn't have a backup. I didn't have a backup. I was planning to be single. I did not have a backup. He was
Okay.
not my backup. I was planning to be single.
But you
And he
entertained
pursued
him
the shit out of me
every couple months. You entertained him when he reached out to you, so you did. You did
because
have
it
a
was
backup.
it was on a friendly level. It wasn't like
Doesn't
yo,
matter.
we're gonna-
Listen, if I'm in a committed relationship,
but we never
I
had
don't
anything
care.
between us, so it was like
I don't care if it's Jesus Christ in my DMs. I'm not gonna answer you and entertain you and have a conversation with you and be like, "Oh, my life is like this and like this and like this."
You're not gonna entertain Jesus?
You said you was in a bad. You know what I meant. You said you were in a bad relationship with a guy that was an asshole and a narcissist. So what happened was every time that asshole was an asshole to you, you pulled out your phone and you were like, "What's up, my guy?"
that's not true at all. Actually,
come on,
that's not true at all. And that's just a fact. That's not what happened.
Okay, another thing too with your friend, I think it's kind of sad that he waited 10 years just to get a chance. I would say that guy doesn't really respect himself. I would say
He respected the hell out of my relationship. He knew I was taken, and we just kind of
He
we just
respected that
and we
much.
only
he
just.
didn't.
He was trying to fuck. He was
messaged you.
waiting.
Huh?
He was waiting. How was
I
he
mean,
respect you?
maybe he was. He had kind of admitted that he was, but he definitely did not make it obvious. I did
Yeah,
not
but-
get.
but-
I did not get any implication that
but
he
I-
was interested.
But at no point did you say to yourself, "Damn, this guy waited 10 years. Nobody took him seriously in those 10 years."
It's a lot of bum ass,
Yo,
weird ass bitches out there.
Doesn't that like
It doesn't
compute,
click.
right?
Chat. I need you to
It's a lot
find his
less
Instagram.
than
Chat.
you
Find his
think, though.
Instagram. I need to see this guy now because I think shit's adding up and it just doesn't make sense.
Like, to be honest, like you said something. You said that there's a lot of bum ass bitches out there. Like she said earlier, we're all copy paste.
Yeah, I mean,
We're not.
I'm
that
just going
original.
like he has not. had
You're not
anybody
lying. There are a bunch of
yeah.
bum ass bitches out there, but I'm saying.
I mean,
like, for
the
the
people that he's
majority,
been with, it just didn't work out because they bitches were fucking crazy or cheaters or whatever, what have you.
Okay, fair enough. Dina, you obviously said men and women can't be friends, correct?
No, they can't.
Okay, what about you?
I don't think so. I think men always have like a side intention.
Do you have any male friends?
No,
They'll
I
hit
have
it if
just
they get
with
the
my
chance.
boyfriend, and that's it. I don't have like a guy friend. I can't like.
Stop the cap.
Why
Okay.
did you have to think about that? Why did you pause?
I'm answering you. I didn't think about it. I said I don't have any guy friends.
All right, what about you?
I don't think they can be friends either.
Okay, what about you, Haley?
I think like a gay male friend, but straight no.
A gay male
Male
friend.
friend, yes.
But some gay guys are actually they sometimes like girls.
That's true.
or they're trying to take your
But
man.
that's not the
Ooh.
same.
Ooh. Yes.
So we don't know.
It's the other side of the
gay guy?
spectrum.
Yeah, even gay guys you can't be friends with.
Yeah,
Yo,
be
gay
careful.
guys be plotting on the straight nigga.
Plotting.
They be
whole
plotting the
time.
fuck out of it. They'll be like, no, I'm a guy and I don't believe that shit. I'm like, really, my nigga? Like, they be plotting.
They be trying to turn them out.
Yeah.
All right, what about you? What do you think, Ashley?
I only have one guy friend.
Oh, that's right.
You have a guy friend?
Yeah, my
Red
boyfriend.
Okay. All right,
My
cool.
boyfriend.
Shout out to you. And shout out to the chat, man. Guys, like the video, man. Thanks for supporting us. Keep the questions coming, man. I want to ask the ladies a question now. We'll go around the table on this one. Do women get their value up front?
Can you elaborate the question?
Are you born with your value as a woman?
I guess so. But I don't really know. I think go to somebody else because I don't know. I really don't know.
But you said you guess so. So you must have some type of idea.
Because you're a girl and you're pure.
You're pure. Okay. What about you, Haley? What do you think?
I think like it also depends how you've been raised or if you can have children. I don't think you're necessarily born with it.
You don't think women are born with their value? Okay, so give me an idea or give me an example of how women build up their value.
I just feel like if you had a good mother or parental figure that taught you how to be a respectable woman, what if you were raised by someone bad and you are ratchet or sleeping
Okay.
around?
So why don't you give me 3 examples of what you think a woman's value is?
Caring, nurturing, and like able to feel like take care of a man when they're in a relationship, or being a good woman.
Okay, fair enough. We'll come back to that. What about you?
I don't know. Only because lately, like women are looking better older than they are looking when they're younger.
Actually, what?
Wow. Amazing.
No,
You know what's crazy? The chat calls you based.
What does that mean?
She trolling? You trolling?
I am today. I'm sorry.
All right, what about you?
I don't know that we're necessarily born with our value because it really just depends on what kind of woman you turn into as you grow up. Like she said, is like, were you raised right? Are you trashy? Are you fucking illiterate? Or are you intelligent and loyal and all the good things that you would want in a woman that I think contribute to the value? I don't think you're necessarily born with it because you can be born and then get fucked up from how you're raised.
Amazing. Okay, Dina, what about you?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, thank you. What about you?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so? Why?
Because if you just from everything that we've been talking about today, like it seems like it's very hard to find a woman that's actually valuable, because if we're all just like copy and paste like we've been saying, then if a girl was born with her value, you'd see more women who were valuable. That's what I think.
What?
Wow.
If she was born with it, you'd see more valuable women, but instead you
My bad. I missed it. What was your answer?
How the woman was raised depends on how her value is.
Okay.
Your value comes from your purity.
So clearly, I don't think besides Dina, I don't think the other ladies here. And actually, I'm kind of shocked.
No,
by
I was
you.
just joking.
Okay.
Yes, we're born with our value.
Okay.
I was just
Can you elaborate on that? How are women born with their value?
because our value goes by our purity. So
Purity.
when we if you're not touched
Uh-huh.
like that.
So being a virgin.
Yes, being
Correct.
a virgin.
And-
yeah.
and-
And you lose it, the more partners you get.
Correct.
So the more you get, the less valuable you become in the dating market.
Right. So remaining a virgin till you're like 18, 19, 20 is actually a good thing, correct?
It's a great thing.
Okay. And men value that, correct?
Mhm.
Okay. Also, men value beauty,
Mm-hmm.
right? And youthfulness.
Man,
And
but the glow up is
and if you're fertile. But we're not looking at fucking 35-year-old woman that looks like she's 28. We don't care.
Okay.
Because even when I see a 35-year-old woman that looks like she's 28, as soon as she tells me I'm 35, I'm turned off.
Dead ass.
I'm turned off. Like I'm already figuring out how to get rid of her. That's just how men think. Okay. And first of all, ladies, you're all born with your value. Just being a woman. Even I have a daughter and I have a son. My daughter automatically was born with value. She gets everything for fucking free. She doesn't have to work for shit. My son already has to work for shit. He's 4 years younger than her. So like already you guys get the benefits of being a woman. That's it. If you're beautiful, if you're a virgin, and if you're fertile, you are valuable in the dating market.
That's facts.
And you said if women were born with their value, there'd be a lot more valuable women. But the thing is, women don't take care of themselves. You know, they have sex with 30 dudes by the time they hit 25, and they're like, oh, I'm just as valuable as a virgin. No, you're not. You're trash. You're filth. Everybody agree?
Yes.
Now I'm ready to
I'm
be
sorry.
a wife, Eric.
You don't agree. Why?
I don't think value just comes from purity. I don't equate that just with that simple.
Okay, who decides that?
Not me, but not you.
No. Men decide that.
You think men decide women
in the dating market?
Men decide what your value is in the dating market because
In the
we're
dating market, okay.
Because you're gonna date
yes.
them.
And
But
if the dating market doesn't matter, then what are you here for?
I don't think the dating market doesn't matter, but I think that your value, you're just talking about value in general. Like, I don't want to just be a valuable woman. I want to be a valuable person, a human. I don't think that it's just that.
Okay, tell me how a girl that's 25 who has 30 bodies is valuable.
She can be smart. She can be educated. She can be hardworking. She can build things for herself, do things for herself.
Who's she valuable to?
Herself.
The fuck?
Why does she need to be valuable only for a man? Why can't you want to be valuable for you too?
You can't be valuable for yourself.
What? You're not valuable to yourself.
It's for the dating market. That's why.
Yeah, right. Which is why you said dating market, and I said true dating market. But if you're talking value in generalities is what we're talking about, then I want to be more than just a valuable person to a man. I want to be valuable to me.
Dina's literally losing brain cells. Look at her. She's getting older every episode she comes on here, man.
That's okay.
In front of us. But
crazy. You should make a time lapse.
Can you repeat what you said just last right there?
Yeah, I don't just want to be. If you want to be a valuable person, it's more than just being a valuable woman. It's not just about pleasing or making a man happy or doing the things that he requires as valuable. So I think that if you want to be a valuable person, it's more than just being pure. I do think that, there comes other things with, like, in the dating market, you can become less valuable to a man by, having a lot of bodies and so on and such. We can agree there.
I'll let you have it then.
So what you're saying, I just want to make sure I understand you before I ask you the question that I have. So what you're saying is that a woman, like, your definition is what she provides to society, right?
To herself, not society.
I mean, a valuable woman, your definition would be
what she contributes to society.
What she contributes to society. In your eyes, what would that entail? Like, what's the woman to you that has contributed the most in society, like, to you in your head? Like, what can a woman do to contribute the most in society?
I think maybe like an inventor or a person who has, like, just in general, anybody that's like an entrepreneur, like women who do those things. I think those are the most valuable women.
Do you think that the woman that's an entrepreneur is more valuable than a mother?
I would argue that both of those things together would make the most valuable woman, not just one or the other.
Okay, so
I don't
you
think one is more
that
valuable.
an inventor, the person that invented, I don't know, this fucking iPhone, let's say it was a woman. We know it wasn't, whatever. Let's say it was a woman. You think that person that invented that iPhone is more valuable than the woman who raised you?
For me personally, I think that this is what I mean. I think that a person, it's not about my mother particularly, right? Because I obviously think my mom is the greatest person to me, a greatest woman, right?
Okay.
But I think that a person who contributes to society adds more value to the general population, and I think that that's important too.
Okay.
Not just because anybody can cook.
Okay, obviously everybody here has watched the Grammys and the Oscars and like all these awards show that in your eyes these are very valuable people contributing great things to society, right? Or anybody that's ever, let's say, Nobel Peace Prize winners, they fucking win the Nobel Peace Prize. They've contributed this great thing to society. After God, who's the first person that everybody always thinks?
I'm not really religious like that.
I'm saying when you watch an award speech, I'm not talking about religion now.
But you said God.
Oh my God.
She said, like, who else?
Lord,
Everybody else.
Lord Jesus Christ. Stupid. Listen, what I'm saying is, my point is, you watch any award show, you watch any acceptance speech for anybody winning an accolade, there's great people that you say are contributing all this shit to society. After God, the second person that they always think is their mother. every single time. So there is no way that you can say that a woman's role as an entrepreneur is more valuable than the role she plays in a household as a mother. Do you understand that a woman as a mother has the greatest influence on what happens? Why? Because they are raising the next generation of people.
Yeah,
minds.
but that's not fair, because realistically, not every single woman is or wants to be a mother. So it's not fair to say that one singular, just because you're a mother, you're the most valuable.
But they raise the girls to be valuable.
Of course, and I think that's important. But to say that it's the most valuable thing, that's not fair to a lot of
a woman's value.
If they didn't
In
have a
general,
mom,
that
they
is
wouldn't
a
have
lot.
anything.
But that's what I'm saying.
But
I
in
don't
general,
think it's the
around
entirety.
the world, that would make you a valuable woman.
You are a valuable
And a
woman if you're a
valuable
mother.
person.
I'm not disagreeing with that, and that's where I think you're confused, because I'm not saying mothers are not valuable and being that is not valuable. There can be both. There can be people who, and there is a lot now, whether you agree with it or don't like it or not. There's women who don't want to be mothers or are not mothers for other reasons, and whether or not you agree with that, that doesn't make them less valuable. So being a mother is not the only thing that makes you valuable, especially because majority, if we're talking in general, most women can be mothers, can cook, and can clean. So what makes you really different than every other woman on this planet? What are you doing that's going to leave a mark the next year when your kids are around and you're gone?
You're going to raise a good kid that
You
can do
raised
something
a
for the
good
world.
kid. Exactly.
Fantastic. That's it though.
That's your legacy.
But then the other,
that is literally the
seed is gonna do
definition of the
something
word
good.
legacy. Your legacy is what you leave behind when you are no longer here. What else are you gonna leave behind when you're no longer here? A painting can fade away. With your bloodline, and that is your legacy. That is the true definition of legacy. If we're talking about scientific terms, societal terms, whatever terms you want to use, because at this point I don't even know what we're talking about. But that is the true definition of legacy. That is the real legacy.
So a woman, for example,
As a human
do you
being.
think that women who can't or don't want to have children are less valuable?
I think that they're stupid.
Absolutely.
Yes.
If you want me to be honest.
Absolutely.
If a woman chooses not to have a child, I think you are dumb.
Yeah, we should send those ladies to an island and just let them survive on their own over
I
there.
do. Now, if you physically cannot have children, I'm so sorry.
I still say we
that,
should send them to the
doesn't-
island too.
Nah, come on.
Yeah.
Like I don't, but I think if you are choosing not to have a child just because it's your choice to not have a child, so you don't want to have one for whatever issue you thought of in your head, I think you're stupid.
Okay, real quick, man. Go ahead and power up my man DC, man, coming through with a super chat. He says it's all about preserving your value. Men are born with no value, which is beautiful, which is a beautiful thing because they have the opportunity to become what they want to be if they are willing to do the work. The market decides your value, green shirt. Okay, shout out to you. And then Dr. Kish, man, power him up too, man. He says the pen is mightier than the sword, but a woman's delusion is unmatched. Shout out to the team. Dina getting a migraine on air tonight.
I drank Advil before we came on purpose.
Shout out to you. And then shout out to C4 Cullen, man. Go ahead and power him up as well. He says men and women can be friends if 1, they are childhood friends from 6 or younger. 2, they are married to their best friends. And then 3, the friendship is purely business related.
I wouldn't agree to the first one. Is that the guy you're fucking, Ashley?
I think the second one is probably the only valid
that's
one.
what I agree too.
Yeah, it's really difficult, man. The
Do what
second
though?
one was what they are married. Okay,
Like if it's two couples
but
and they're friends.
you know what? Even then, I wouldn't tolerate that.
Oh, I thought he was saying he married his best friend.
No.
That's what I thought. So no, I wouldn't agree with any of those because the third one was bullshit. I'm not friends with my business associates. They're business associates.
Yeah. I would say
wouldn't consider
shout out to you though, brother. Go ahead and power up my man Sharokin, man. Shout out to you. He says you can't be
That's my man.
Oh, that's your man? Shout out to him.
Damn, Ashley said
He says you can't be both. A woman cannot be successful, be a successful entrepreneur and be a great mother at the same time. Both require substantial amount of time and care, ladies.
Yeah, either you're gonna be a shitty entrepreneur or a shitty mom. One or the
Okay.
other.
True.
Yeah, hold on. What's his name?
Cheryl King.
Yo, why aren't you a member, brother? What's going
He
on?
is.
No, I think he is. Yeah. Shout out
He
to him,
is.
man.
I made sure of it.
Yeah, I think he is. Yeah. Okay, cool. Ladies, do you agree with what he's saying? You can't be a successful entrepreneur and then also be a successful mother, correct? We'll start off with you.
I think you can, especially if it's like a home business. You can definitely raise your kids and work at the same time.
Amazing. What about you, Haley? What do you think?
I don't think so, because you're going to be lacking in one area or the other.
Yeah. Or at best be mediocre at both.
Okay, good point right there. What about you?
She took the words right out of my
Yeah,
mouth.
she I agree with you for
took it,
once
yeah.
today. Shout out to you. Yeah. What about you?
Somehow I kind of agree with both. I don't know. I feel like you could pull it off. I feel like you could.
Okay. Amazing.
Maybe it's not super likely because, like you said, like you're going to be lacking in one area or another. But I think you could pull it off.
Amazing.
If you can pull it off, how can you lack in one? If you can pull it off, how are you lacking in one or the other?
Because I think
it is,
I think it's very, very, very possible and also likely that you might be lacking in one or the other. But I do think that it is possible.
So
to pull
there's
it off. It's probably not super likely though.
Okay, so why like make an argument for it?
Because I'm just saying it's not impossible. That's all. That's my point.
Yeah, you're saying it's not impossible.
That's my point.
Yeah.
Yo, we could really make an argument for anything in the world, and I could always argue for the minority. It's not hard.
Okay, but like
Yo,
the fact
Erica
that remains that it's not impossible.
Eric could be like 99% of people like this white shirt, and I'd be like, well, some people don't.
True.
Like I don't know. Like there's a lot of women actually using social media now in business ways to actually have business ventures and be successful entrepreneurs.
And they're good mothers too. They're fantastic mothers.
I mean, I don't know them personally. Maybe they're not.
That's what we're saying.
I do think it's possible.
Yeah.
All right,
That's all
Dina. What about you, Dina?
That was my answer. That's it.
Okay. What about you?
I think it's kind of like dumb to just kind of pretend that things can't be that way. Like the reality is like what she meant. I feel like what she was trying to say was that you can rationalize that it might be hard, but that doesn't mean that it's impossible. And even if it is the minority, it's still possible. So it doesn't really matter. As long as
That's all I'm
you
saying.
can agree. It might, just because something's hard for you doesn't mean that somebody else won't try harder to do that. So if you want to be just a mother, be just a mother.
I don't think it's possible at all. I would even say it's 100% impossible to be an entrepreneur and a good mother.
Okay.
How many?
Hot take? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I mean, how do you do that? I mean, like, I would say I'm a businessman,
Well, you wouldn't know
entrepreneur,
'cause
but
you're not a
there's no
woman.
time for me to, socialize or even have a life outside of what I'm doing right now and what I'm building. That's not possible.
That's not true. You what? I'm not gonna correct you. I'm gonna
Wait, I
leave it
have
at
a
that.
question.
You don't think you have a social life? You do. I'm sure you do business and you're successful, but you don't think that
Yo,
a
Eric,
little
did we-
part of
did
what
we
you
talk
do
at
is
all
social.
yesterday? Did we
What?
talk-
Talking to Eric is not
I live
social.
with him. I live with him. I didn't talk to him at all. I only slept
Well,
2 hours.
and
He only
that's-
slept probably like an hour last
And
night.
That's last night.
But
You
we're
were
not
business
talking, and
oriented.
we have the same business.
Do you
It's the
think
same
that?
thing.
Okay, but even he can agree because he has said you as a 22-year-old, 23,
21.
21 even. As young as you are, you think 21-year-olds go on yacht parties and drive cars like you do? Those are not normal things. Those are social things.
That's
to have
business, though.
Yes, and business, but that's what I said. You said it was impossible. I'm showing
Can I
you
ask
it's
a
not.
question?
You're literally a living example.
Hold
of
on,
a
I
person
got a
who's
question. Who had a
successful.
question?
Oh, you go first, and then I'll go.
Okay. What do you describe as a good mother?
Oh, I was just about to ask that.
Okay, good job. You guys are on the same wavelength.
But I was gonna ask them, like, in your definition, what would be a good mother? Like, what does she do? What is her strength? Like, tell me.
A mother who's just caring, nurturing, there for her child. I guess teaching how to be a good person, functional member of
So,
society as they grow up.
present, and
yeah.
teaching them to be a good person.
Yeah.
Okay. So, not that she can't do that. If she has a business that's taking up time away from her kid, how can she be present?
Damn.
I'm not saying I could pull it off. I'm not saying
No,
anybody
not
could
you.
pull it
I'm
off.
just
but
imagine that. Like, how is it? Not saying it's not possible. That's what it's not impossible. But if it takes you away from your child, if it takes you away from making sure that they're home safe, their homework done, they took their bath, they have a food. If you're missing those valuable moments because you're stuck at the office doing meetings or whatever the case may be, not saying you're a bad mom.
I'm saying there's
doesn't
women who
that
do it from home.
You're still
And what about the
women
women that have kids who go to school?
There are women who do
So
have
for the
after-school
women
activities.
so let's talk about the women that work from home. You're working. My mom works from home. She sits in a room that's an office for hours while my nephews are in the living room. Not saying she's a bad mom, but she can't be attentive because she's working. So these kids are running around on YouTube, whatever the case may be.
Damn.
And she's working from home.
Damn.
I guess to that?
I guess
I want to say
I want to hear you. Yes, go ahead.
I think saying can't and won't, and I'm not trying to like challenge you or obviously like
no one said they can't. We said
but won't. But so listen, for example, in your case, you're saying my mom can't do that because she's busy doing her business stuff. So imagine I want to put myself in that perspective. Like, let's say I was a stay-at-home mom and I was like running a business from home. I would challenge like why it is that she doesn't include you in those things. Because even if you're working on your business, let's say I had
you want your child while you're trying to run business meetings sitting in the back.
What I'm saying is that I don't think it's fair to say that like if you're raising a good child, right? A good mother raising a good child, why can't you make it like I don't think it's so drastic. It's saying that like children can't.
It's not drastic. It's just understanding that at the end of the day, one's gonna get neglected. One
at both at best.
Exactly. That's all we're saying is that you're not going to be perfect in both. You're not going to have a successful Fortune 500 business and a great child. Somebody is going to fall.
Something's going to lack.
Whether and it may not happen to the child right away. They may turn 18 and just go down here. We don't know. But something's going to lack. So is it at the cost of you having a successful business?
I think that you can be successful with both. And if you really wanted to, you could.
I have a question. Let's say you do both, right? Doing both. Ooh, you a badass. Ooh, you doing it all, okay? And on Monday, your kid has their first school play. But that same Monday, at the same exact time, you have the chance to be on a phone call with somebody that's going to make you the most money in your business that you're ever going to fucking make.
What do you choose?
Where are you going?
I think I would prioritize my child.
That's fine. Whatever it was. So then that means that your business is going to suffer. You are not going to be the best entrepreneur you could ever be because you just passed up the deal of a lifetime to watch fucking little kids in Indian suits and fucking whatever the fuck.
Yeah. Okay, but like
that's the point that we're trying to make.
And okay,
that's the way life really happens.
I think,
and I can tell you that because I have a kid. Like that's the type of thing. I think it kind of hurts when you're a mom. When you're a mom, those are the decisions you have to make.
They live for that moment to see their parent in the crowd watching them perform.
The first play of their life.
You could never. That's like missing the first doctor's appointment. You wouldn't do that. You would not miss your child's first doctor appointment to go to a meeting. No.
Never.
And then you can't say you'll do it and then call yourself a good mom. I will argue that you are not being the good mom, choosing your child second.
Okay. For you, I have a question for you. How many hours in a day?
24.
24, right? Okay. So most people sleep about 8 hours, right? So there goes 8 hours, right? And then most people work about 8 hours, right? So there goes 8 hours right there. That's 16 hours, right? Then you have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. That's about 3 hours right there, right? You got to shower, you got to dress, right? That's another.
Did you go to the gym today?
Right? That's another hour. So if you're focusing on business, what your kids get 2 hours a day, maybe 3 hours a day,
like, and that still makes you a great mom.
You can't have both.
You're doing the best that you can, which is okay. But it doesn't. Sorry.
No, but she's right though. Like you can't be a successful entrepreneur and then also be a great mother. You have to choose one.
I think that it's hard, but not.
I just broke down.
You just chose. Yeah. You just picked your kid.
I said that I would do that because that's my particular.
Okay. Every mother in this world would pick the same.
Yeah, I would have made the same decision.
Listen, I just broke down the hours to you. And
I know so.
I broke down the hours, and after work, after sleep, after breakfast, lunch, and dinner, shower time, maybe the gym, you have maybe 2 hours.
You don't do all those things by yourself when you have a child.
Okay, but do you come from a 2-parent household? Okay, go home and ask your mom if she doesn't regret not being there more than what she was, and you'd be surprised what she tells you.
Yeah, I mean it's ridiculous, man. Like I'm breaking down the 24 hours a day, and I'm letting you guys know that if you're an entrepreneur as a woman and you're also a mother, you're
sacrificing
by
something.
default. You're gonna
sacrificing a lot.
I think it's still valuable to sacrifice that. I would even probably argue that it's more valuable to be a person who would sacrifice
Do
that.
you remember when I told you time is the greatest asset that we as human beings have on this earth?
Okay. Yeah, but that's
And
what I'm
how you spend your time throughout your life is going to dictate whether you're on your deathbed and you have a life full of regrets, or a life full of I coulda, woulda, shouldas, or a life full of exactly a fulfilled life, like what you would have wanted.
I don't think
be.
anyone's gonna get to the deathbed and be like, oh my god. everything
Actually,
was
yeah, they
perfect.
do. Actually, there's a study that came out where they asked a whole bunch of people in a nursing home, hey, what are the 6 regrets that you have in your life? One of them was not spending enough time with their family. 2 was being focused on the dumb shit like money and this and that and whatever. Another one was not spending enough time with their significant other. Another one was not living a life fulfilled enough to go out and see the world. Like this is really the realization that you come to when you start running out of time. And I understand that you don't understand that concept because you're 22, so you haven't thought about that yet. But when you start breaking down time the way that Eric did and say, okay, the average Hispanic woman only lives for 70 years. You only got 50 summers left.
Stupid.
Count it like that. You only have 50 Christmases left.
Damn.
You only have 50 birthdays left.
That's
It's
reality.
the reality. It's not about it being sad or not. That's the truth.
I don't
It's so sad to
You don't
see it that
see it
way.
like
That's
that.
reality.
So
I don't think
When
my
you
day-to-day,
see it
I'm
that
like,
way, you
oh, I have
value
50
time
summers
so
left.
differently. You when you start to see it
And
that
then
way,
I'm like,
you
I'm
value
so sad
every
to say
minute
that.
instead of
100%.
sitting there wasting 3 hours in a car waiting for your girlfriend to come out of some
I
shit.
mean, I think that way at 26. Like,
Okay.
I don't waste my time on anything that's not important. Like, not even on phone calls. If it's not an important phone call,
Okay.
I'm not spending time on it. So it's a mindset thing.
All right.
Yeah.
We'll leave it there.
Here's another thing too, Ella. It's reality. Like,
Okay.
listen, she was generous. You said it was 70 years.
Yeah, I think so.
Yo, you may not make it to 50. Who knows? You could have a car accident, right? Like,
Yeah.
you never
Knock on
know.
wood.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever, right? But that's what I'm saying is it's just realistic. And actually, men live less than women, if I'm not mistaken,
you
right?
do.
Yeah.
So, and I would say that men take their time a lot more seriously than women do.
That's probably why too. I never even thought.
I
I
think
never
I-
even made that
I think men
correlation. before.
but we just do crazy shit. Like I saw this TikTok where this dude catapulted off a fucking like machine in a bubble ball and
I
like
seen that shit into like the
That
trees
looks
and
into
shit.
a tree.
Yeah, I seen
And
that
he got
shit.
stuck in the
Yeah,
trees
yeah,
like
yeah,
Sasha.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that.
like we do crazy.
And you wonder
shit.
why your lifespans are short.
So short.
Yeah, right.
So short.
Yeah. So shout out to you ladies. Thanks for being a good sports today, man. So earlier we asked you guys to ask us questions. Who here has a question you guys want to ask us? Amazing.
If because I know obviously you guys are not misogynist, so I want to know like what kind of advice would you give to like an older woman who maybe did sleep around and has like a larger body count, which you would deem as like not as valuable? What advice could you give to that kind of woman to find a decent man or like a good high value man?
That's it. You done.
Yeah.
Can
Pack it up. Pack it up.
Raps.
Done.
Okay.
Settle.
Pack it up.
So die.
What type of advice?
So die. So die. Rip.
Yeah.
I mean, she's old and she was a hoe. That's two things. That
Yeah,
is-
what you got to give me
Okay,
some
so she should
parameters.
die.
How old? How
Thank you
old?
guys.
Okay, how about this? What
drink her coffee.
You got to give me actual
I need my
numbers.
coffee.
Like how old is she, and how many bodies does she have?
Let's do 35 and 20 bodies.
Does she look good
That's a
at
lot.
35?
7 out of 10. Mid.
Is anywhere here?
That's
Is
above
hold on. Anyone here is a 7? It's you.
She's a 7.
Okay, so
You don't think Bonnie's a 7? She's a 7. I think.
What are we talking about?
no,
He said, "Is anyone here a 7?" I said, "She's a 7."
Oh,
no one, no.
That's
Fanny's
it.
not a 7. 2,
Okay.
that what was the body count?
so am I higher though?
She's a whole
Yeah.
10. She's a 10.
Okay.
Who just
If
said
she was
she's
a 10, she'll be a
She's a 10?
supermodel.
I think so.
Oh,
She's
fuck, we're about to
gorgeous.
start
I
with
think I'm a
Delusional
7.
shit.
Oh, you're a supermodel girl.
So was
She
it
is
reasonable or
fucking
unreasonable?
gorgeous.
Oh, you guys are so
Yeah.
Besides,
You
besides
guys
the
are
point,
fucking-
the sisterhood is
Anyway.
connecting right now.
The
What
point.
was the body count?
I told you 20.
35, 20 bodies, and she's a 7.
She's a-
Fanny, so Fanny's like a 5, 6.
Damn.
So,
You are not a
Ouch.
5'6".
First time I get rid of that low.
so
Above
girls-
average.
so
That's
girls
above
that-
average.
Sure, no. But okay.
No,
sorry,
fuck
what?
no,
What
she's
you don't-
done.
she's above.
The advice I
What,
would
you
give her
gave her
is,
a
I
5,
would settle. Try to find a 60-year-old with some fucking money. That he might be an asshole.
You think a
but
60-year-old with
She's
money
done.
is gonna, from everything that you've said, you think a 60-year-old money is gonna look to her?
Well, I mean, you decent money, like 100, 200K.
That's not. You've literally said that. That's not even rational. Men don't make under 200K. That's not decent, man. That's
I
like
said find an old guy. Old guys make. I mean, if they were smart, I said find the
If-
best. You know what I mean? That's
like-
what you have to settle for. But besides that, it's rap. 35, 20 something bodies. You're at
You're
6.
done.
You're done. You're raps.
Yeah,
Okay,
I don't know.
thank
I
you.
don't
We
know.
just told Dina. Dina looks good. We just told her at 40, she's done.
And I don't have 20
But that's not the. Well, the advice is like die. Just don't.
Hold on. So why should a woman? You said she's 35.
Yeah, there you
She's 35.
Listen.
She's a 5. She said she's
I
mid.
said a
You said
7.
a 7, but then she was like, no, she's mid
Okay.
in the same sentence. So she's a
Earlier-
5, she's 35, and she got 20 bodies.
Earlier in the show, we talked about value. What for men and women? What age are we most valuable? And we said for women, it's your 20s,
Right.
right? And for men, it's basically from 30 to infinity and beyond, right? If you're fucking,
you have money.
if you have money, right?
Right.
How can a 35-year-old be valuable, especially with 20 bodies?
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. So what?
And she doesn't look that good. She's
yeah.
mid.
So we said that when
She's average.
What do we
That's
do?
still cute.
What
Okay.
would you advise that person? That's my
Kevin
question.
Samuels used to say,
You can't make
Uh,
this shit up.
buy a dog and die alone, if I'm not mistaken. It was a dog or a cat. Buy a cat or buy a dog and die alone. That's essentially the same advice I would give her, because either that or go date someone that you have to settle for. Right? Like literally, I'm talking about some dude that you would never looked at 10 years ago.
Well, hopefully she was an entrepreneur. You know, she
Well,
could pay a
true.
guy to be with her.
That would be
Well, I would just fuck her over even
cry in
more.
your mansion
Yeah,
with
okay.
your.
That's true.
Do me a favor, man. Go ahead and
Just pay a guy to be with
Go
her.
to power of Dr. Kish real quick, man. He says, as you see, the average woman just listens to terrible advice from other loser women. They shun real advice from older women and men in general. Smart people learn from others' mistakes. No takebacks for your terrible decisions. Shout out to him, man. I agree 100% with Dr. Kish. If you wasted your fucking most valuable years and you're 35 now, single with 20 bodies, die alone. Seriously, die alone. Like what?
Or just continue to have good sex and call it a day.
Yeah, but you're still gonna die alone.
Fuck it. Why stop there, right?
You're still going to die alone, though.
Nobody's gonna
better-
value you anyways.
That's such a pessimistic
Shit,
way, though.
just keep fucking guys and
I'm
maybe
sorry.
you get pregnant by
What
one
would
of
you,
them.
what'd you say?
That's such a pessimistic.
That's reality.
It's okay.
It's the
50 summers
generalities,
Yeah,
later.
but
that's
we're talking
why.
about you
Speaking to the
wanting
mic, speaking to the
you,
mic.
You said you care about when you love women, like all these things, right?
Yeah.
So
But-
why?
but we all-
what's
but we-
the
but we
advice?
also- but
To
we-
die alone is not
But
good
we
advice.
also listen. But we also have to be realistic.
Whoever told her to fuck 20 dudes wasn't good advice either, but she listened to that shit. Like,
But that was that's the whole point, is that we're making that out to be like the wrongdoing, right? That she did. And I'm asking for genuine advice to that person, not just die.
So you don't think
And
what
that's-
he said is
feel like
genuine?
I feel like it's a cop out to say, oh, she should just die.
I said, well, I literally,
That's not what he
I
said.
literally
They
said,
gave
Well, he
her
said die
advice.
alone.
I literally said,
He said die alone. That's different. That's not different.
I literally said, she's gonna die alone, or go settle for somebody that she doesn't want to be with.
Right.
Okay.
There's no good advice in this if you're trying to figure that out.
She wasted
Like,
her best years, bro. What the fuck?
That's facts.
And this is the thing, right? You ask a question like that, and you want me to give you a pretty answer, but the problem is, society it punishes men right away. Like if we're losers, everybody knows we're losers. Women know we're losers. Men know we're losers. Men won't do business with us. Women don't want to date us. Like the world is actually really harsh to men.
Yeah.
But for women, you can be 35 years old, have 20 bodies, have all these toxic traits, and you still deserve a top tier guy. Amazing. Correct?
No, I didn't say top tier. I said, what should she do to get a decent guy? Those were my words.
Well,
Decent.
She's gonna settle.
She's
Okay.
gonna have to settle, like
Thank
I
you.
said.
Now that's a good.
She doesn't really deserve a
I didn't
decent
know you
guy.
said that.
She's not a decent woman.
All right, cool.
There's that.
Shout out to Dr. Kish too, man. Any other questions, ladies?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question for the ladies. Okay. This is actually the question I asked the other day. You guys kind of asked it wrong, so I'm going to ask it. Do you ladies feel that in a relationship, when you're dating, let's say you're dating a new guy, right? Is respect to be just given, or should he have to earn your respect?
Yeah, this sounds familiar.
Yeah, I know. I asked it the
Okay,
other
start
day.
off with you. Go ahead.
I think I just give people respect already. Like the respect is given just because like respect everybody.
Okay.
Okay. What about you, Haley?
I think I give everybody respect until they do something to take it away.
Amazing. What about you?
So your question is, do I automatically give him respect if we
Yeah.
started dating?
Yep. Should respect be given freely at the
No,
beginning
respect
of
is
the
earned.
relationship,
Respect
or should
is
he have
earned.
to earn your respect?
He should earn it, just like I have to earn his. Respect is earned.
Okay. What about you?
I mean, yeah, the way that he treats me, he's gonna get respect from that. Like as I see how he treats me and what a good man he is, he's gonna get his respect from there.
Which is him showing.
Yeah, showing like treating you right.
Okay.
What about you?
Yeah, I would say respect. From baseline, I would respect somebody off bat. Like, even in a relationship or not, you should always respect the person. That's like firsthand. Now, if that person decides to take that respect away or do something that, warrants you not giving them any more trust or respect, then that would happen in the future. But off bat, if I'm already dating you, I know enough that you are a respectful person and I'm going to respect you off bat.
Okay. So the same dude, would you guys start doing like wife shit for him from the beginning? Like, would you cook for him, clean for him, make sure he's good?
Yes.
Like all the wife shit, like real wife shit. I'm not talking about we're gonna order KFC type of shit. Like, no, like I mean like real wife shit. Would you start doing wife shit from day one? Or are you guys waiting till he like proposes to you to do wife shit?
Wives from day one.
Stop the cap.
Personally, that stuff just kind of comes naturally to me if I really care about my man. Like I'm just gonna want to do that stuff. So yeah, off beat.
Ella?
Agreed. I would be wife from day one.
Okay. And you?
No, I think I agree that it just comes naturally.
If he's treating
Yeah,
you real
wife
well,
isn't
you
like
wanna
an-
you
it's not
want
an
to
act.
like you want to nurture and be that woman. Like if he's treating you really well.
Okay.
Personally, in my
What about you?
experience,
Yeah, I agree. It comes naturally if he's treating you well.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the
wife
first
is
time
not like
they've
an
all
act.
said the same.
Yeah. That's the first time I've ever heard the whole panel say that too. Yeah.
Thank God.
Why are people waiting to be a wife?
Well, no, ladies, let's say he was just maybe the first week or first 2 days, and he was treating you bad. Are you still not going to act like a wifey in those first 2 days, and he's treating you bad?
If it's the first 2 days, why are you cooking from him? Aren't y'all like doing dates and stuff?
Yeah, like you're still getting to know each other.
Unless he said like a day at your house and you
Hypothetically.
cook for him.
Hypothetically,
What if he
you
lives
should
in
still
another
be.
state? And it's like his first trip down here.
So he's gonna do a date to your house on the first days.
I
and
mean,
you
he's
guys are
gonna come
be
to your
wives.
house, right? And then like he just came down from the flight. Wouldn't like you want to expect like he would be expecting a plate in the table. So that's kind of the scenario I'm giving you. Wouldn't you want to like automatically
If
cook for
that's the
him and clean for
plan.
him? I like open his luggage, put his clothes away, so he
Mhm.
can see the type of woman you are.
If that's the plan,
Or you
if
just
that's the
expect to,
date,
like-
but obviously.
But we
You
just
want
said
this
he
guy
has to earn
fly
the
out.
respect.
This guy's gonna fly out, and you're like, okay, let me put your coat. Let me
We
put
just
your
said he has to
And
earn
this
the
guy-
respect.
No,
Yeah, because the same
actually,
way-
all of you guys said that you would just give him the respect off
Exactly.
No, I said
I
earn.
would.
back. Oh, you said her.
I said
You're
earn.
right. But all
That's
the
not
rest
what
of
I
you
said.
said that you would just. Yes, it is. You said that you would give him the respect off
I
back.
said they have to earn it. I
If
said
he's
they have to
doing what
earn
he's
it.
supposed to do.
If he's treating you right, then yeah, I'm gonna respect him more and more. Not just
Hey,
right off
Fanny
top.
didn't say that he was treating you bad. She just said that he came in from out of town to see
Exactly.
you.
Exactly. So it's like
I
you
will
know,
give
the
him
same-
wifey-
just meet this
Wait,
guy. He comes
the
and
sa-
you're like, okay, I'm gonna
exactly,
cook
but
you
it's like you're
something.
trying
Yeah,
to know
no.
him, and it's the first time he came down. So I would do the same thing. Like I would put his clothes down. I would cook for him. Like he's like parking, and the food is already there. You know what I mean? Because the same way he's trying to impress you, you should always try to do the same. Like
Yeah.
that's the point here. So you wouldn't do it?
If that's the first
I would.
time meeting,
Exactly, that's what I'm
no.
saying. Like that
What?
doesn't sound,
That's
doesn't sound
crazy.
good.
I
I
think
would.
typically you start.
Okay, so why would he
Going
have
on
to,
dates to
why
restaurants.
should he be nice to you?
A man is
Jump?
courting you. Like it's not
Who
just.
the hell is
He
doing a
wasn't
date to your house?
Who the fuck is just coming
God
over
damn,
to
this
your
is
house?
hypothetical. Y'all
Yeah,
are
hypothetically.
dragging
Just
it, like,
envision that
Jesus.
scenario.
So nobody at the table has ever been in a long distance relationship.
Yes.
No, I've never been in one, but I normally move kind of fast anyways. So like my second week, I was cooking for him already.
Shout out to Fanny. She actually made sense.
See, second
on the
week
show
I'd
for the
probably
first
do
time.
that. Yeah, like
Stupid. Why you do
No
that to her?
cap.
second week, fine.
I mean,
Fucking
I'm
first day,
exactly,
first
first
day.
day. Doesn't make any sense.
I don't even know you.
but I'm a wifey from the
No, you. I don't even
beginning.
know what you're allergic to.
ladies. So you guys are arguing that not for the first date, correct?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you go out on a date with a guy, your first date, someone comes up to you, punches you in the face. You want this guy to defend you. First date, correct? True or false?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Okay, true or false?
True.
Okay.
If a guy punches me in the face, yeah.
So what is
True. Yeah,
Well, yo, see, but this is what we're talking about: is that women expect men to
because men are naturally protective.
But you're gonna be like, hey, girl, let me go to your house and eat.
Yo.
Doesn't make
What
any
did you just
sense.
say?
I said, men who are masculine are typically protective. That just happens to naturally.
Listen to what she said.
Women who
Men
are
that are
feminine
masculine.
are usually nurturers.
There you go.
And women who are feminine are nurturing.
Yes, from the start. Not 2 weeks in, from the start. This is what society does. It tells women a man should always be a man no matter what, and you do what you want when you want to. And this is why a lot of you guys end up single. Nobody wants to date you.
Can I say something?
Damn.
I feel like when we started this, we said he's treating you bad, right? That's what you
I did
said.
say that. She gave a different scenario.
No, she gave a different
changed-
scenario.
Oh, you changed it?
Yeah, she
Okay,
did.
because if he was treating us, let's say in that scenario though, if he was treating her bad, why would she have I off jump would probably start doing what she said. Like I would probably start cooking, getting everything ready, and like maybe unpacking stuff or whatever. But if he's treating me bad, like let's say he tells me like I'm gonna go out, like because I'm in Miami and I want to go out, I think that would do what we said earlier and take away from that trust. So I think.
But off jump, you would do what Fanny's saying.
Yeah.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
All right. Any other questions? No questions.
Well, I got a question for the ladies.
Go ahead.
Out of all the girls on the panel, who's the most delusional and why?
Well, they did the rating game, didn't they?
No, we didn't. We were just
Well, no,
giving
you
the
said she was a
example
10. You said she
no,
was a
because
7.
we were doing the example of the 35-year-old, whatever, and we wanted to see what
I was just
her
sharing my
scale
opinion.
was.
Yeah.
Okay, let me ask you
We're
something.
asking
You
her
really
what
think
her
she's a
scale
10?
Looks wise.
Okay.
I don't really know much about her.
Give me a celebrity that you would also say is a 10.
I can't give you one that's an 8.
Yeah, I can't really think of one off the top of my head, to be honest.
I could give you one.
Maybe like Elizabeth Olsen.
I don't know who the fuck that
Johansson.
is.
Scarlett.
She's a 10.
Okay,
Scarlett
so she's a
Johansson.
10?
Yeah. At
Okay.
least
No,
Fuck no.
not anymore.
No?
Is Fanny on her level?
No.
I expect that.
Oh, Gal Gadot.
But that's
Wonder
because,
Woman.
but that's
So she's a 10.
Wonder Woman, yeah.
Gal Gadot.
Damn,
Yo, hold on.
She said
and
you're
she's
Gal
on her
Gadot.
level?
Huh?
no.
And she's on her level?
She's very beautiful in a very different way.
No.
But that's because a 10.
Are we referring to just beauty looks or what?
Yeah.
We're talking about looks here.
Yeah.
Okay.
To be a 10, that means you're perfect. You have no flaws whatsoever. You don't have nothing to fix. You're up there. You're a model, basically. That's what you're saying she is.
Visually, yeah.
She's a model.
Looks-wise,
girl,
yeah.
you're Victoria's Secret model, girl.
Looks wise, yeah. Why is that?
I'm gonna go sign up real quick.
It's not really up for debate. It's an opinion. Yes, that's how I feel.
Yeah.
Boom.
No, because so what we're saying is that most girls are average, which is not bad. Average is not bad. You're still cute. You're just not
cute.
damn, you know?
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. So when you say she's not saying you're not cute.
I know.
Yeah. But that's
I'm
what we're
hyped up
doing.
right now. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
No, you're a
Hold
model,
on.
girl.
So, Ashley, what do you
Look, I
think
got
you
here,
are?
I saw her, and I was like, God damn, that girl's fucking gorgeous. That was my reaction.
Yo, in the majority around the whole world, matter of fact, this is the United States in America. In the United States, what would you rate yourself?
Me?
Yes.
6, strong 6, maybe.
Okay. Miami scale, what would you rate yourself? We're all in Miami, so let's just stick to Miami. In Miami, what would you rate yourself as?
Miami skill. There's a lot of bad bitches down here, so maybe like 3.
That was your honest. You 3, and what would you rate her?
I'm not
in
too.
Miami
I'm
scale.
not too.
Miami scale, what would you give her?
Oh, damn.
What?
In Miami scale, what would you give Fanny?
I think she looks pretty typical for a pretty Miami girl, right?
If she got her butt done,
Fanny's making me laugh.
Big titties, big body.
So probably like a fucking 6, I guess.
Yeah, I
So
the
where
same.
the fuck are we getting a 10 from?
Yeah, I was confused.
That was
Hey,
just
yo,
my personal
calm down,
opinion.
I'm
You're talking
feeling
about the
it.
She's a
Miami scale. I'm
10.
talking on the Ashley scale. On the Ashley scale, I think she's a 10.
Okay,
It
in
looks
general,
fine.
in
She kind of
general,
that goes for
personality, I don't
both
know.
Ashleys. That goes for both Ashleys. I agree with you.
Yeah, word. Like looks wise, I don't know.
Damn.
I'm just messing with her.
It's amazing. This is a great panel for sure.
So
This is a great panel.
So answer my question though. Who's the most delusional? Why?
I'm gonna say Ella.
Why? Can you speak in the mic? Turn
Okay,
it down.
fair enough.
Put it in your mouth.
I think it's mostly because like we're trying to say things and you're not really taking it in, and you know, like your man sitting in the car for 3 hours is not something
He's
good.
delusional too. We're a delusional couple.
It's okay.
Okay, who's the most delusional?
Ella.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, I just think she's not taking in any advice, and it's just her way.
No, but why is she delusional?
Just some of the topics, and her opinion on them was delusional, like about
Do you have any
the
examples?
feminine man situation.
So
3 hours
You think her man is feminine?
sitting in a car for 3 hours is feminine.
So her man is feminine.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, Ella.
Amazing.
But I only because I have not an issue, but I don't understand people who argue the exception and not the rule. Which we get, it's always one person that does that.
Yeah.
You know, they argue that 1%.
Agreed. Okay. Who's the most delusional?
Ella.
Ella?
Mhm.
Amazing. Why?
I think a couple of the points that were trying to be made just kind of soared right over her head.
Amazing. Dina?
I think I am at this point. Yeah, it's honestly.
Okay.
It's
Besides
a tie.
you.
It's a tie between
These two? Okay. Ella, who do you think is the most delusional?
Honestly, Dina.
Honestly? No, I don't think it's Dina. I think she has important
Dina.
information. No,
You can't choose yourself.
I'm
if
gonna
you want.
pick you.
Pick me.
But
So the other base girl.
pick me.
I love it.
I feel like
She's too
maybe
bad. She said
it
pick
would be
me.
a little boring if I sat here and just agreed all the time. I will say that. I will say I'll take the feedback. I will listen more because I like that.
Wait, you said I'm delusional because I agree with everything they said?
I think no. So I'll get there. What I was saying was I'll get there. I think that
Oh, I thought
you're.
you were there. Okay.
No, I wasn't there.
Definitely
so-
wasn't.
No, I think that again, some of the comments, like you're right, I could take that. And maybe I'm a little bit more stubborn, right? And I've said that. And maybe I have a little bit more masculine trait in me. But I will say I don't like to take everything off the hand like that. So if somebody tells me something, I do want to consider other options and challenge that. And I think it would be a lot easier for me to just sit here and agree with you all. But that's just not me.
Okay, so now list the reason why she's delusional or the most delusional.
Maybe it is a little bit because I feel like sometimes
you're
you're
like a pick me.
No, I don't think you're a pick me. No, because we talked upstairs and I don't think you're a pick me. But I do think that sometimes, you know, you're agreeing off of like, no, I don't think you're a pick me. I just think that you tend to have sometimes like you're answering to things that I feel like you're not thinking twice, right? So like you're not giving it other, you know, options. You're just kind of like, well, this is what people expect, so this is what I'm going to give them.
I would say that from experience, I've grown to change my mindset. And 22-year-old Ashley probably would have been talking just like you, but then I grew up and I should have learned this at 22 instead of at 26.
Damn.
You know, but to each his own.
Okay. Fair enough.
You know, I have actually, if you don't have a question, I have another very interesting question. Who is the lowest value woman on the panel, ladies?
How would we
That
know?
In your opinion.
In your opinion, from what you've heard so far, you don't know them, but you know, from what you heard.
I'm gonna say Dina just because of the age.
Okay. Who do you think it is?
Dina, because of the age.
Okay.
Yeah, girl. Sorry. Don't wait until you're 41.
Personally, I don't agree that the age makes her value go down.
Okay. So who's the lowest value?
I mean, I don't really see any low value women here. Like I think they've all.
I said who's the
It's okay,
lowest
be
value?
brutal.
I didn't say.
It's
you have to
okay.
say the low value. Who's the lowest?
I
still don't agree to that. But who's the lowest?
I can't decide. Like I don't think.
So
any-
everyone provides the same value.
I have seen a lot of
Dina and Ashley, they have the same value. Dina and Fanny
Are
have the same
you
value.
scared to hurt their feelings?
No, I mean you all seem like
I don't have feelings if that's what you're worried about.
I don't forget about all of this when I go home.
I don't have those.
They all seem like intelligent, hardworking women.
Oh, I don't work. My boyfriend takes care of me.
Okay.
Then you.
I don't know. No, I don't know. I really can't
because she
decide.
doesn't work her
Dina, who's the less valuable?
least
value.
I can't pick myself. I can pick myself.
You can pick
can't I?
yourself.
Yeah. Me.
Yeah.
You would pick yourself?
Yeah, I would.
What about you, Ella?
Dina, but
I
not
would
because
pick
of the age. I think that a little bit because of the age, but also because just a little.
So if it's not the age, then what is it?
I think that you have a lot of information to give, but then you don't take also. Like you have a hard time accepting. Like you.
So
what
what information did you give to me that you felt I should have accepted? The alpha beta thing about the wolves playing.
I think you should have. Maybe you should consider that instead of like. I feel like you every time you respond or even in
we're not talking about feelings. We're talking about facts.
I'm talking about facts.
But
Your
every time you start a
emotions and the
sentence,
way
you
that-
say I feel.
Okay, so let me not.
Okay.
You present yourself in a way that's very defensive and like you consistently
You
like,
are. You do.
even when people are talking, like let's say you guys are having a conversation, the amount of like feeling and emotion that you are trying to stray away from really comes off of you.
I think she's actually very professional. and she
to
carries
be
herself really
honest,
good.
To be honest, I think that you're not used to a woman having very clear, direct communication with you. I think that you're used to your friends catering to your opinions and treating them as facts instead of reading something out of a book. You take that as a fact and you regurgitate it. So that's what I think. Now, if we're talking about feelings and emotions, I could tell you that I feel like you are in the defensive because everything that I say, even if it is a logical statement, you will sit there and argue for the minority just to prove a point.
Damn.
like I said, I give something. And even when you guys all sat here and told me that I'm the most delusional, I said, you know what, I'm going to take that. I'm going to listen versus when she answers to me telling her, hey, this is what I think, not in an aggressive, not like in an, because that's not me. I don't have that.
But why do you think she's being aggressive?
I don't know. I literally don't know.
Do you think you're probably just taking it personal because you're very emotional right now?
I think that it's easy. No.
Would you think she's being aggressive?
I think she's very
stern,
emotional. Like the emotion comes literally right off of her. Versus like I think it's a lot easier to just
I got big dick energy, guys.
Big dick energy, fair game. And that's what I said is that some of her traits are a little more masculine, and that's why I say I think she's a little less low value.
Really, nigga?
That's it.
That's funny.
But what I mean is like, why are we taking it personal? I thought that's.
I'm not taking.
Well, you just
personal.
called her. You say she's being aggressive. So.
I'm not taking it personal. I just think it's funny that you would say that instead of the logical answer, which is literally, I'm the oldest one sitting at this table.
There's other things too, though.
Oh, okay. Then enlighten me.
I
What are
just
the
told
other
you.
things?
You don't want to listen.
We can do that on the after show.
I just told you.
Yeah.
I don't think you want to hear it. So
I'm actually listening.
I just told you. I think when we're talking and I'm trying to be generous and giving you my honest opinion, because I could just sit here and be like, it's the age, but I'm being honest and I'm telling you that sometimes and I said, you have a lot of wisdom, right? You have a lot of intelligent things that you're saying and I'm taking them in and I do listen. But when we talk about you, you're just like, no, actually it's because I'm older and because I know. And it's like, I don't know why that equates to like you giving all this information and not taking it. And it's not a personal thing. I'm just being factual. That's how it's been.
It's not healthy, Dina.
And even when other people talk, you're giving all these emotions and it's just like, okay, it's not that deep. Yeah. Like it looks like, okay, you're tired.
So did you hear that I was a stand-up comedian before we started this podcast?
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. Amazing.
Okay. So now I want to know, Steve, can you hear me, brother? So who's the most delusional to you? I mean, not delusional. Who's the least valuable on the table? I'm surprised. I wasn't expecting everyone to say Dina. So I want to hear this now.
I'm gonna go with green shirt, man. Green shirt. What's her name?
Tell us why.
Yeah, because she seems to be like she has the boyfriend thing going on with he's kind of like a beta male or a simp or whatever it is. I think she's a little more argumentative than the other girls. You are taking in the advice, but it's kind of like you kind of have a little bit of
like passive aggressive.
Yeah, there you go, passive aggressive. But I mean, you're cool, but you're definitely the most delusional.
Thank you.
How long have you been in a relationship with your boyfriend?
What about you?
Only like a year and a little bit. Like
is he on your Instagram?
Yeah, he has some pictures, but it's not really like his face because when we started dating,
It's a soft lunch.
Also, the
That
girl,
makes
also the
sense.
girl
So
in the
when
black
I-
that had the guy friend. She's also delusional.
Okay, what about you? Who's most delusional?
The most delusional? Oh, well, I was doing the least valuable.
Who's the least valuable?
It was either Candela or it was Haley, right?
Why Haley?
Because in the dating market, she's not up there just off of weight. So purely off of weight.
But Eric said she was curvy.
I don't give a fuck what Eric said. He used that.
She's curvy.
So do you think it would be easier for Haley to lose weight than for Candela to change her mindset?
That's a good
Yes.
question.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
I'm taking everything.
100%. 100%. Because realistically, the reason I said Haley also, if we put all three of us or all four of the guys in here and we're like, out of, because I think the next girl would be Candela. We'd be like, yo, who would you fuck? You would usually be Candela over her. Would you all agree? Would you disagree? No one?
No, I agree.
Okay.
All right, cool. Chat, you guys let me know who you think is. I'm gonna just go off. I'm gonna go. I was gonna say Dina, but I'm gonna go with Ella.
No.
I think she's
I can
definitely.
change,
No, I lost my hopes for you.
There's hope. I
It's
swear.
too late, Ella.
I lost my
Too
hopes
late.
for you.
Honestly, I will. Like I
over.
said, thank you for the feedback, though. I do take it, and I do like to hear like the.
No, I appreciate. Listen, ladies, I appreciate you guys coming in today. Chat, make sure you guys like the video, man. Help us out in the algorithm. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna let the ladies take over. I want you to come over here, and then you ladies, I guess you can sit there and you can come sit in the middle. Okay. Shout out to the chat, man. Go ahead and like the video, guys. The ladies are gonna answer your questions now.
All right, guys, we're gonna put the chat on the screen as usual, guys. We're gonna do an after show with the ladies. If you have any questions for the ladies, anything you want to ask, I'm gonna show the chats on the screen, guys. You can super chat as well, but they will be reading the chat. So I'm gonna put it up now. Also, guys, we do have a
Don't be mad 'cause you
special
were fine.
guest coming soon, guys. A special guest coming soon. We'll probably announce it maybe tomorrow. But yeah, I gotta get the date locked in.
Okay.
But the ladies are gonna prepare here. We're gonna put the chat on the screen, guys. So if you guys have any questions for the ladies, just ask them now. All right, ladies, the chat's on the screen. Put your headphones on and make sure you ladies speak into the mic.
I guess I'll use this one.
Shout out to Ryan. What's up, Ryan? What's up, Kish? Everybody's in here, man.
Get closer.
Wait.
Yeah, ladies,
I
you
have
can
a
move in.
question for the chat. Wait, why does Mike won't move?
Yo, chat. Who's the least valuable?
Oh,
I want to
gosh.
see in the chat real quick.
Yeah, chat. Who's the least valuable?
They said Walmart Pearl. I'm dead.
No.
You know what? Is you actually do. You should
You're leaving?
steal some of her thunder.
What?
You should steal some of her thunder and like
Get
do like
closer.
a pretend pearl. You might get a lot of views from that.
I don't know who this is. I gotta learn
Watch her
who this
later.
person is.
Watch her later.
Okay, that's the second time I've heard that. They told me that on the other show
I
too.
love her. Like,
Yeah?
Oh, here. I'll show you a picture.
I'm Walmart Pearl. That's what's up. Okay, I'll take
Walmart
it.
Pearl.
I'll take it.
Where is the chat? Because I don't look at it like.
Yeah,
the
we
chat
can't
is-
see the chat.
I just took it off. It's up now.
But that's
The chat will
not
be
the
right
best
here.
picture of her.
Oh.
That's not the best picture.
Do I really look like
It was no. That's not the best picture. It was a long day. You know how?
Yeah, you do a little bit.
No, this is not a good picture of Pearl.
Oh, I didn't.
I'm sorry. I'm prettier than her.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
All right, Dr. Kish has a question, ladies.
Let's run it.
He says, ladies, on average, how much do women lie to each other?
Oh gosh.
Is it 80% of the time, B, 85% of the time, C, 90% of the time, or D, all of the time? What would you ladies pick? Let's go around.
Start here.
Yeah, we'll start with Ella.
Oh.
Yeah,
A, B, or C?
it's on the screen there. What percentage do, or on average, how much do women lie to each other?
I want to say 80%, even though I can't see A, B, or C, but like 80% of the time.
Go, Fanny.
Not me though. Not me.
Oh, she spoke first. So
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I honestly don't know how to answer that. I don't be lying to bitches.
No, like that. Think in generality. Like if you had to think of any particular moment where you know, like that.
You know,
Like even at the club. Like,
chicks be lying. So
They lie.
85%.
I say, yeah. I say C, 90%. That 10% is that one friend that they don't like.
okay, I
That's
say
keeping
all
it
the
real.
fucking time. We lie all the fucking time to girls. It's just Facts. Like we're constantly lying. Like when you rated me a 10, I thought that was bullshit. But
I don't be
felt
lying. That's
better.
that's my point. I don't be lying. I don't know what the fuck. I didn't know what option to pick because I'm
But
like
then
I
I
don't be
said
lying.
7, and everyone looked at me like I was crazy, and I'm like,
That's
above average.
Okay,
Like,
that's because so when they after I learned what their scale is, so 5 is average, which you're not ugly. You're you know you're average, and then anything from 6 and up is above average.
But she's above average.
She's definitely above.
So when
average.
you said 10, that's why we're all like supermodel.
But do we
Victoria's
think
Secret.
7 is reasonable? Because I feel like she's above average for sure.
I say
Fanny is not above average.
Basil.
How could
Shut up,
he?
Basil.
What?
I'm feeling it
I
right now.
totally
ladies.
think that you're above average.
Look, any girl that I would potentially have a major girl crush on is a 10 in my eyes. Fuck it.
Now
Fuck
we
it.
know why she rated me a 10.
Fuck it.
she's gonna be in your DMs later. Fanny.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies.
Okay, I think I'm a 6.
Are we gonna rate ourselves?
Yeah, we
Oh,
could
we
do
should
that.
rate ourselves, or should we have let you?
Yeah, let's rate each
Let's
other
rate each
around.
other. Yeah. So
Oh,
you
you-
start.
Myself and then you guys?
Yes.
No, don't rate yourself.
Not myself.
We'll rate you.
But not delusionally.
Yeah, like your honest, like
Like
whatever
your
opinion.
honest opinion.
Yeah, I feel like I said, I feel like I'm pretty honest. Even if I could rate myself, I would do like a 4 or like a 3. But
Okay.
we'll move on. I think you are like a 7.
You're
Yeah,
sweet.
you're like an.
Please don't give me a high rating because I'm gonna do y'all how I
Yeah,
really feel.
you know, I think you're like
Please
you,
don't kiss my ass.
I think
Don't.
your eyes and your smile and your like teeth, which is like very much a good rating for me, that would make you like a good 6, 7.
Yeah, I was gonna say 6.
I also think you're like a 7, 8.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's better than I'll rate myself.
Yeah, because you have good style and you have nice eyes, and then like you're also very nice.
Yeah, your personality's on point too.
Like if we're talking straight looks, that's what I would do.
Oh, okay.
I think you're also a 7 because I do think, like I said, if we're going off their scale, above average, you're at least a
Repo,
7.
I'm a 4.
Oh
Yeah.
look, which I don't know which way Repo is going. Okay, you
And
can
then
do
I
her.
think you're a 5, but only because you're like a little bit more outgoing, and I feel like I feel like you might cater to a lot of different styles and like things, and I personally would just stick to like one.
Wait, what was I?
They said
Sorry.
Ashley got a sexy smile. Which Ashley are you talking about?
Oh yeah, there's
Which
2.
one? I want to know.
Am I the muscle shirt girl?
Okay, so let's go next,
Yeah.
but we don't need your explanation because we want to move fast. So just say the numbers
That's
1,
it.
2, 3, 4, 5, whatever.
Okay.
And
All
then-
right. We got a 5 right here. We got a 6 right here. We got a 5. We got, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not giving her a 10 anymore. she's a 7. Now she's a fucking 7. And then we got a 5 over there.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm gonna say 6. 6.
Can we
Damn,
go last?
I'm calling the devil because it's
We should
another
go
6.
last.
You said we should go last? Okay. You said 6 for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Go,
I
Fanny.
would say Fanny. Don't look at me like that. She's a 7, and I'll give her a 7 as well.
Okay. And then you'll go, and then we'll go. So start with Fanny.
Fanny's a 7. You're a 6, 7, 6, and a 7.
I really appreciate you guys because I would have given
I'm
myself
hyped up
like
right
a
now.
5, 4.
Yeah, for real. I would have given myself a 3, like real talk. But
Don't do it.
So what I like to do when I rate, I go based off a look, and your personality moves you up. If you see what I'm
a
saying.
4.
True that.
So my opinion, everybody here is a 4 or 5, 4 or 5 average, in my opinion. But different things about your personality will make you 6,
Yeah.
7.
Okay. Facts.
Okay, so that's where I stand as far as, and then now you can go.
Okay, so I'm gonna go one by one, and I'm also going based on what Ashley said. Personality, maybe not personality, but based on what you said throughout the night.
Oh yeah, today because we don't.
Because we don't really know you personally, but and the way you carry yourself. So that's how I'm rating, and the looks, and body as well. So I rate you a 4, just because, girl, you
No
got a
explanation,
lot
just go
to work
numbers.
on. You are a 5. You are a 4. Ashley is a 7. You are a 6.
You guys making me feel good today. I
And
don't know
Dina is a 7 to me.
A 7? Really?
Yes, you're a 7.
why. Dina, you're a 10 in my eyes.
Yeah,
okay?
you're a 7. You're a very smart girl.
Okay, so I have a question. Do you think today's women have a hard time being accountable for their actions?
Oh Lord. Yes.
We'll start with you last. We'll start with you second to last. You go.
Have a hard time being accountable
for their actions. Yes.
I would say that is definitely the majority. Yes.
Yeah, like they won't hold themselves accountable for the decisions they make.
Yeah. Personally, when it comes to me personally, I take it very seriously to be accountable and take responsibility for things. But yes, I've seen people in action. I've seen women in action, like just being like, "Why do these things happen?" It's like because the fucking choices you made.
Choices, yeah.
Dumbass.
Go ahead.
I said yes. I agree with
Somebody said, "Funny, let me get some of the rock you're smoking."
Oh my god. You say yes, you agree?
Funny's drinking and driving.
Fanny, answer the question. Do you think women have a hard time being accountable for their actions?
Oh yeah, of course. All the time. Most of us can't even say the truth.
Okay. Go ahead.
What was the
Do you think women have a hard time being accountable for their actions?
Yes.
Yes? Go ahead.
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, I do, and it's women's fault.
And if you had to like give an example of a woman not being accountable for their actions, what would you say it is? Oh, actually, you answer the question and then answer both questions.
Yeah, so I would say yes. Like a lot of women don't hold themselves accountable or even like their friends accountable, and that's why we have that problem. It's just very normalized for girls to like be okay with each other's behavior. So an example, I would say like what we were talking about earlier when we were saying when women go to, for example, the club and they have a relationship and they're going and like twerking on other men. And it's like you as a friend should be able to tell your friend, like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing that? Right? That's not okay. But I feel like it's a little bit easier for women to just kind of like stick together. And, you know, they think that the right way to go about that is by, you know, just kind of agreeing with everything and being a yes friend, just the kind of friend who will be okay with everything.
Do you think that's a good friend?
No.
Do you guys want your friends to be like as brutally honest to you as possible?
Oh yeah, of course.
That was a lie.
Not brutally, but definitely honest.
Not brutally honest.
Not like
I would love a friend.
brutally.
You
You can
can
be kind.
honest.
You can still be kind and gentle to the people that you love while being honest with them.
But if you're not listening, if I've given you the same advice more than once or twice, I'm gonna be like, bitch, like,
yeah, no,
I'm gonna be as brutal as I can be because you're not listening when I was being nice to you.
I second that.
All right, we have a super chat. It's about Ella. I think the green shirt is definitely a 2 because of her lack of ability to comprehend and have a proactive dialogue. Haley Dina is a 4 because she's very stud-like. However, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
That's pretty good. Like I said, I would have put myself at a 3 because I don't think I'm ideal in like my looks. I'm not where I want to be either. So
okay.
Agreed.
Anybody have an example of women not being accountable for their actions?
I think Ella gave a great example.
Just the dancing in the club? That's it?
No. Or like when you do health, like things that affect your health, right? So like, let's say I'm not particularly a fan of like people like when they're like consistently smoking every single day, right? So if I had a girlfriend who like I knew that she was smoking every single day of her life, even if it's like not even in a social setting, and especially if it's not in a social setting, like if you're at home and you're smoking every single day and you're spending money on something like that, I feel like that's something you should hold your friends accountable for, and I don't think a lot of people do. I think it's normalized to like smoke.
Wait a minute, what was it? The question is?
I said an example of a woman not holding herself accountable for her actions.
Okay, an example of a woman like she's not holding her own self accountable.
Yes,
definitely is like, oh, you're getting ancient ass men, and like you
Picking
don't know why
men.
you're picking the wrong men.
I was gonna say that.
So would you say so? What everybody agrees here that body count matters, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. That body. Yes, it matters.
Truthfully, I don't.
So no.
It's because I'm delusional.
Oh,
I don't think it matters.
Okay.
In men or women, I really don't.
Yeah,
care.
men and women.
Don't care.
You know. Okay.
You know?
So this is where my opinion, as far as being held accountable, don't matter.
Mm-hmm.
So you know, like they say, our value comes from our purity. Not that there's anything wrong with you. That's your choice. That's your choice. But do you hold yourself accountable that once you have all those sexual partners, that it lessens your chance of finding a good man? Or what do they call it? Pair bonding. When you do find that good man, do you think that those are wise decisions?
You want to take that one?
Personally, I think there's a lot of good guys who understand that a girl, you know, was young or fucked around or did whatever.
Let me make the question a little bit more simple. so we can get back into her question. How old are you?
26.
Okay, so you're around 26, right? Are you going to disclose, like, if I ask you your body count, will you disclose that right now?
No, it's nobody's business.
Okay, that's fine. So at 26 years old, how many bodies do you think is too much for a woman at 26 to have?
Well, she wouldn't say because
I just said
she
I
doesn't
don't
think it matters.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, but I believe that it does matter, right? So then, if you were in my shoes, what number would you think? Because I recently learned, and I think it wasn't just Pearly things that we learned,
that
a woman that has more than 5 bodies, it's literally, I think there's a 25%
less
of
chance
her
being able to pair bond when she actually finds a man. And Pearl has that study, so she actually educated us with that fact. So if knowing that, if you know that, knowing that there's a less likely chance for you to be able to pair bond with the man of your dreams,
mind you, it's a 25%. That's very low.
Would you still continue to
fuck around?
I mean, I don't fuck around.
No,
You know
just
what I mean?
like if you did.
No.
Ashley.
No.
So we have one of our subscribers for our yacht party. We flew him out. He's from New Zealand, Lord Peachy.
Yeah, Lord Peachy.
So he texted me. He was like, "Yo, on the yacht party, he was just grabbing his dick and shit, like randomly."
That is not true. I was still in a relationship at the time, and I told him that.
Oh, I was say which actually,
Wait,
because it wasn't me.
So Lord Peachy's lying.
Yes,
the one that I went
Yes,
to?
I told him that I couldn't mess around with him, and not to mention I didn't want to anyway because I was still in a relationship. I hadn't broken up with my ex yet, and I made that very clear.
Was this the one I went to? I'm so confused right now. I'm trying to remember what
Lord
happened.
Peachy, stop lying.
Yeah, no, I did not get that fucked up that night that I wouldn't remember.
Damn.
So that was kind of ballsy of him to say that.
Hurrah!
I'm like shit right now.
Shit.
Recover from this one. Someone
Okay.
hold me.
So go ahead, back to what you were saying.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I do agree that body counts matters. 100% it does, because I'm actually pretty with you when you were like, oh, I'm not gonna be having sex for this amount of year. I think
To me,
that's
it's not a big
fair.
deal.
I think as women, we don't really need sex like that, unless you're like,
I mean, no, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
but
but we could get that
important.
done. You know what I
But,
mean? But
true.
we don't really like. We could go like weeks without it.
It's
you
not
know
a
what I mean?
priority.
Yeah, it's not priority. Like we can carry on for a good while without it.
Yeah.
So I think that body does. It does matter. Of course it does. I'm pretty sure my husband wouldn't want to hear me say that I've been with 8 men. You know, it just sounds stupid. Like he's obviously gonna like know that I've been like around and like slapped and like, you know, all that. Like
If body
that's
count
the
don't
first
matter,
thing
why
that's
do we
gonna
lie
go
about
through
it?
his head.
I don't know why people lie about it. I'm very
No, but why do
upfront
women? Because
about
men
it.
don't lie about it.
Why?
They don't care.
Why do you guys like feel offended when we're like, "What's your body count?" If it doesn't,
I'm not offended.
If I'm dating somebody, then I'm not gonna lie about it. I'll be honest with it.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about in generality. Like normally, women
like
lie
if
to
you're
each
not
other.
ashamed of
Yeah.
having a high body count, why not
Because-
just freely say whatever the number is?
because I feel like it's
Well, I
kind
just
of-
don't discuss it with people that I'm not.
Wait,
Can I be
close friends
honest?
with
I
or
think
dating.
that
Wait,
Yeah.
go ahead.
I just don't discuss it with people I'm not close friends with or dating.
Yeah.
That's all.
Why?
Oh,
If it doesn't matter.
Because it's not nobody's business. That's really just.
but it doesn't
But
matter.
you said it doesn't matter.
Because
So
people,
it's not like we're gonna
people,
care.
people judge. People judge
exactly.
hardcore.
That's it. That's what it is.
Yeah, people judge hardcore.
I don't
So
even.
if people judge,
So
then
why
you
would people
think that
judge it if
does
it didn't matter?
right?
I think
Because
it's,
if you know you're gonna get judged for it,
I feel
It's
like
because it matters.
I feel like it's a very outdated thing for it to
Yeah.
It
matter.
is.
but
I
if
feel like
you-
it just doesn't matter as much anymore.
yeah.
I think if
anymore.
you were in like a 1970s mindset and that was like your
Yeah.
goal was the only thing you have in mind is like your husband, then and unfortunately like that's not the case for many people today, whether again we like it or not. That's the reality, and people are now trying to discovering other
Wait,
things.
how old are you?
I'm 22.
You're 22. Let me ask you something. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? You have a boyfriend, right?
Mhm.
How long have you guys been together? You
Like
said
a
a
year
year
and
and
a
2
month.
months.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you dating to marry him, or are you dating
Yeah.
just to like fuck around?
No,
with
I'm
him?
dating to marry.
Okay,
him.
but is he dating to marry you, or is he dating to
Yeah.
fuck you?
We're dating to get married, but it's okay to accept that there's other women who don't have that.
Okay,
or don't
so
want
where
that.
do you see yourself with this man? In
I
5
see
years?
myself married for sure. I already told him. I was like, max, I think 4 years. I'd be like, this is a joke.
Okay, so you are aware that in 5 years you're gonna have kids.
No.
So in 5 years, you're not gonna have kids.
That doesn't make sense to say. I can't decide. Just because you're married doesn't mean children. First of all, number two.
What?
So then why get married?
Why are you getting married if you're not gonna give him kids?
What? Hold on. So this is the point. I don't know why there's like this general idea of like what the perfect like this lifestyle that you have is like the route that every woman should take, because the reality is that it's not. And so I think even if that's what me, like I said, I don't make myself this, you know, the one and only thing. I think that there's many different kinds of women, and the reality is that it's not every single woman's ideal to be a mother. What again? I might not agree with that.
So you don't want to be a mom? Anytime soon.
I said that I do want to be a mom. I'm probably
so then why are you fighting for women that don't want to be moms? I'm so confused.
Because it's ugly to sit here and say, because there's people watching, and it's weird to normalize that every single woman wants that when that's not the voice.
It's kind of weird to not normalize it, because the reality is that our role, our primary function as a female of the species is to have children. Like we're talking biology, right? Like that's what a woman was made for, was to have children.
Yeah.
So I think it's weird to not normalize it. Well, I think
do you know
to normalize not having a kid is weird.
Do you know what this sounds like to me? And don't take this offense, but yeah, but surprisingly, a lot of girls her age think that way.
Not me.
And we know. But it's destroying the structure of a home,
of a household.
They do not
exactly.
see the value of a home.
You understand that the feminist agenda was something that was created in the early 70s to disperse what a family unit is.
That's not what it was for.
Yes, it was.
If you that's not fair for you to be like, oh my god,
Steve,
when it's like
Steve,
it's not about being fair or not fair. I'm talking about
started as.
I'm talking about facts in a book that you can read.
I'm gonna have
historically.
You said look up
because you said you know a lot historically.
What was the start of the feminist movement? Like, why did they start?
Why is the feminist movement a thing, Steve? Like, why does it exist?
Like back in the day, not the modern one.
What was
all over the place now.
the reason of the existence of the feminist movement?
To shatter a family?
No, it was to shatter the ideal of what a woman was expected to be.
The first wave of feminism took place in the late 19th and early 20th century, emerging out of an environment of urban
industrialism and liberal socialist politics.
No, go to the second wave.
But that one is fine. We can actually leave it there because it literally says with an emphasis on suffrage. Because you just so see what I mean?
Do you know? No, but the word suffrage. No. But the word suffrage there doesn't mean what you think it means. The word suffrage means the right to vote.
Correct. Of course,
that's
exactly
to
what
suffer.
I think. I don't think women should vote. I know what suffrage means, but again, it's not. It's weird to already assume that I didn't know what suffrage meant is like so crazy to me.
Look,
what'd you Google? What'd you search?
This is the second wave of feminism.
The second wave. Mm-hmm. So the second wave. What was the first one?
Can you read what's on the screen right now?
Like I said, if you want to talk about the facts, which is what I'm giving you, but you refuse to accept what I'm telling you. Like you're the only one who knows the facts.
No,
like,
but look,
Mama, you didn't even know what an alpha and a beta really was. You think that wolves fucking just hang out with each other?
Let's stop for a second. I challenge you to actually open up your phone and Google that.
For a second. I'm gonna ask you a personal question. I'm not asking you like about women and like what like in general. I'm asking you a personal question, okay? To you, what are you here for? What is your purpose to you? Like, what's your goal here? Like,
to be a good contributing member of a society.
Okay, how do you plan on contributing?
I want to be a mother. This is
so
what
then
I mean.
why are you fighting for the idea of not being a mother?
Do you want to talk? I'll answer.
No, that's fine. But can I say something? You argue the exception. The exception do not make the rule.
I haven't even said what I want to say.
But you've been doing it.
You guys are not giving her a chance to talk.
Don't get a chance.
You guys are not giving her a chance to talk.
Let her talk. Let her finish. Let her finish.
Exactly. Let her finish and then you can talk.
Like it's no point. And if you are the only voice of reason, how are you ever going to have a discussion?
Mm-hmm.
That's really like, I don't know how you don't see that, because unfortunately, like, I don't know if maybe it's because a lot of girls here, and this is what I said in the beginning. Remember when I said a lot of the girls on this podcast tend to agree. And that's great. Happy for you. But the reality is, like I said, there's other people. And maybe you don't like what I have to say. And maybe you disagree or you think that it's going to be so detrimental. But if I'm showing you that as my own, I'm literally the example of a person who, yes, can be a mother, but yes, can also be okay with other people doing other things and other women wanting other things. Why is that so problematic to you?
It's not that it's problematic. It's just that you're arguing an exception for the rule. No one is saying that it's not possible that those women do not exist. We're talking about, you like generality. So we're talking about the general, not the minority.
You think in general, women just want to be wives?
No, I do think, first of all, wait, there's a study, and I don't know the numbers exactly, but I know the study that was done for women, I think it was 35 or 40 and higher, that said they would have been more happy if they had a family instead of spending so much time on their business. Okay, so yes, I do believe that majority of women would want a more of a family than a successful business. Not saying you can't have it. You can have it, but at what cost? Not having a family, not having a husband, not having those vacations, not having Thanksgiving dinner. That's what we're saying.
That makes sense.
So that's what I was trying to tell you before. I wanted to stop you before you argue the exception, because that's fine. There is those 1%. That's like saying strippers can't be married. There is like 1% of stripper that can get married, but they don't make the rule.
I mean, there literally are women that truly do not want to be a mother.
I don't think it's a minority
think
at
that
all.
they would not be a good mother.
But
Are you saying that they should still?
No, see, if you don't think you'll be a good mother, then I don't think you should be a mother, because then don't bring a child in here if you cannot teach them right.
Exactly.
But that doesn't mean that's still a
Does that lower her value though? That's what you guys were saying earlier.
No, that was them. We're not talking about value. I'm not talking about value.
Okay.
I'm just talking about the majority. If I had to grab 20 women, you're going to sit here and tell me that 18 of them do not want to be a mother?
No.
Exactly.
No, I mean, you just said you wanted to be a mother.
It seems to be more popular for women to want to
want to be a
Right,
mother.
but you know, well, again, and so this is where I would say that this conversation can actually be an interesting one when you start to talk about why it is that you inherently want to be a mother besides the biological fact. What other
There is
than
no
that?
other factor.
There's no other factor?
No.
There should be that you want to take care of.
It's called hormones.
I think
It's
that
the way your body's wired.
Okay, besides biological, because there are other factors, because you live in a world we're not in caveman era where it's just like man want woman, like that's not the case. And the reality is there's other things like a society that exists, and this is why I say that it's important to consider that there's not just one kind of woman. In the past, like this would have made a lot of sense if we were on a 1970s podcast, and that would make a lot of sense to be sitting here, and I'd probably be agreeing with you wholeheartedly that all women should be this way. But in discovering things and doing new research and science, we've discovered other things. Like, for example, if you understand the patriarchy, which is a real thing.
So is the matriarchy, you know that, right?
Yes, of course. And that's why I think that you guys have a weird definition of feminism that, again, a lot of women, and I'm going to say this, feminism doesn't get a good rep, and everyone will probably agree.
Steve, can you bring up the definition of
I would say that-
matriarchy?
Yeah.
I know what
Hold on,
matriarchy
ladies,
is,
real
but
quick. We have a super
why do we
chat.
need a definition?
Super chat says, since we are on the topic of accountability, is anyone going to hold Dina accountable?
Duck.
Dina accountable for being manly. Haley is attractive. Ashley is attractive, not the brunette. The green shirt needs psychiatric
Assistance. That's what I need. Okay, fair.
I don't think I'm manly.
Okay.
I don't.
I really don't.
Nobody's gonna tell you.
I don't think you're manly, but what I will say, you're very experienced, which is gonna hinder you in the dating.
No, I think
world.
what it is that what they're considering manly again is the fact that I'm a very logical person. You're right.
Yeah,
that is a masculine
because they don't
trait.
expect women to be logical.
I get that. And again, I don't know if you guys heard at the beginning of this podcast, I'm actually a stand-up comedian, so I don't behave like this 24 hours a day.
You wanted the definition of matriarchy?
I do. So you see a system of society or government ruled by a woman or women. So you wouldn't say that feminism hasn't made society that way?
I would say that
Since
feminism,
you're bringing up the patriarchy.
Yeah, I would say that feminism has a really bad rep. And I think in the first or second episode, we were discussing this and we had a good conversation about how basically a lot of feminists, or a lot of reasons why a lot of women don't want to be a feminist, which at the core root was not intended to be what it is today. I think a lot of women got it confused, and a lot of women are now using it as a way to put themselves above men. I don't use it that way. I'm not like that. I do support women, but I don't not hold my friends accountable, and I don't disrespect men either. You'll never hear me say small dick energy. You'll never hear me talk about any man in a way that's gonna devalue or put him down, because that's just not me. Now, I will say, if you want to define being, I would define myself as a feminist. Hot take, and I'm probably like, that's not very surprising, but the reality is, like I said, I don't see it as a bad thing to want to uplift other women in the categories that we've had in the past, like all these patriarchal situations of, for example, you asked her earlier, what was it, like, why it is that she doesn't want to be a mother, or what it was. You were asking,
it was you.
Okay, well, you were asking, well, there was a question that you asked her, and the body count. You asked her why she wouldn't say her body count, and she probably
No, she asked her that. I said,
okay,
if it didn't matter.
Whoever asked her, she was asked about the body count. Okay, so she was asked that question, and she didn't want to give you an answer, and her answer was, I would rather not talk about that. And a lot of women will give you this answer, and the reason that they give you these kinds of answers is not because they feel inherently ashamed, because that doesn't grow from you. You know where it grows from? Other men making you feel like you are lesser than because you have multiple bodies.
Wait,
okay, that's fair.
Wait,
you
wait,
wanna,
wait.
That's you
Are you saying just men make women feel like their body count make them feel
I
less?
think men take a large part of why women feel the things that they do.
So
because if you felt it off yourself, that you wouldn't. That's not.
So are you saying that because you're young, you just got out of high school? So I've been out for a minute. So excuse me if I'm wrong, but follow the leader is a thing in high school. We do what our friends do. We say the same thing, even if we don't really agree deep inside. So you're telling me that girls do not make fun of the girl that is said to be a hoe. You're saying that we don't put her down.
I would say that they do put each other down. Women do put each other down, and that's not the reality of being a feminist. That's not what a feminist is.
No, I'm not talking about feminists. I'm talking about you saying that women don't say their body count because men have put them down. Men and women put women down.
Yeah, each other. You're right, and this is what I mean. But if we're talking in like what we were talking about earlier, biological and social constructs, that's more men-based than women-based. It's not, you didn't grow to feel that way because a lot of women were, that would be like, a lot of women call each other a hoe. Does it mean the same thing to you when a woman calls you a hoe versus when a man calls you a hoe?
It kind of hurts
same
more.
exact thing.
It hurts either way. I don't want to be called a hoe.
Well, as a person who is looking for a man and trying to find value in themselves from this man and get value from this man, I think that stems a lot more for a man than a woman. Because if you genuinely care more about a woman's opinion about you, that doesn't make sense. Like you're literally
so you know
arguing
that men
like
and women show aggression in very different ways, right? Like men show their aggression physically. Like when men are upset about something, they physically hurt the person or the thing that they're upset about. Do you know what women do? They ruin each other's reputations. Okay? So what you're talking about is actually more important for you to think about what the woman thinks of you, because that is her way of physically trying to harm you.
Yeah, it's more important. But do you think that it would matter more to you what a woman says about you than what a man says?
Absolutely, because she has the power to tear down my reputation within a social construct that you're talking about.
Okay.
It's literally a study. I can show you clips of Jordan Peterson talking about it. Women show aggression in a very different way.
Yeah, I'm
so
sure
when
they
a
do.
woman calls you a hoe, it's not because, she just wants to say something to hurt you. No, it's because she's trying to attack what she deems to be valuable in this social construct that you're defending.
Yeah, but like I said, I can agree with you on that. We have different ways of showing our aggression, but that doesn't cross into what I was talking about when we're talking about a patriarchy and the reasons that you might.
It does.
There's underlying things that you are like naturally responding to, like saying, for example, earlier when you said that the only reason that you want to have a child is because of biological reasons and not because you genuinely as a woman feel yourself that you would be a great mother to your child.
So do you know what makes me feel as a woman that I would be a great mother to my child? The hormones in my body.
Of course.
So now we're talking again about biology.
Yes. And that's why I said it's a part of it. But realistically, there's underlying things that you're not asking yourself why it is that you feel that way. Besides
one more underlining thing besides what you just said that does not tie back to some sort of scientific fact.
Cooking and cleaning.
That's your nurturing hormones again that make you want to nurture.
Okay, guys, let's switch topic because I don't think we're going to get anywhere here.
Something fun.
Something else.
Yeah.
Fun? Let me see.
Do you want to go to what I told you to hold on?
What?
About voting?
Oh, yeah. I don't know if Kyla's going to think that's fun, but we'll see. Ask her first.
Can you sit right here?
She's coming right now.
Okay, so I want to hear you. You've been really quiet right
Wait,
here.
let's give.
We're not even talking with the chat. They said something about the passport movement.
Yeah, they have the super chat.
You're not the same since last podcast.
They would have
Why
to scroll
not?
up.
I don't understand.
Look, she went soft on us this time. That's what it is.
I have a question. Do you guys think that women should vote?
Yes.
Why?
Wait,
Because
get everyone.
I think
answer.
that everybody is entitled to their own vote.
Everybody
If we
answer.
all live
Yeah,
in the
you
same
said
world.
yes? You said yes?
Yes.
Dina,
Huh?
should women vote?
I don't think women educate themselves enough about the options available when they're voting to
But aren't
make
you
an
educated?
educated decision.
You're educated, right?
We're talking about in generalities. We're not
general
talking about
women are
me.
not educated.
I think that there's definitely enough women that are educated enough to know who to vote for. Just like how in the past, obviously with the Donald Trump situation, everybody was going crazy.
Do you know like who's running right now?
No, I don't.
Exactly. So don't you think that a lot of us women out
That's
there
what I
are
mean.
like,
But we're not talking about me. We're talking about the generality.
So
That's
if
why
you
I'm saying
don't
that
know,
exactly.
Oh my
In
God.
the
what makes you
general
think?
public,
I don't
paying
care who's
attention
running.
to
That's what it
politics
is. But
is
there's
not
other people,
is
Because
not
you-
people who are paying attention.
is
But I'm
not
not.
a woman's like women normally don't follow politics enough to make an educated decision when voting. That's in general.
I would say that and that women are too emotional
Yeah,
to vote
facts.
correctly.
All right, ladies,
I think
we're
you should be
gonna
emotional.
ladies, we're gonna let the chat ask you ladies some questions,
Please
and then we'll
do.
close out in here in a little bit. Chat, if you guys have any questions for ladies, they are looking at the screen now. So super
Right.
chat in, or if you want to insult people,
Call me
go
Delusional.
ahead. You've already
more fun.
been insulting.
Too.
You've already been insulting Della and
They actually asked to
and Dina.
see
It's okay. I take it.
your
Boom.
apple. They said, "Stand up, let me see your apple."
Her apple,
My
They
apple?
said
her
it
ass.
was.
Yes.
Well, they said
Was that a
apple.
super chat?
What's an apple?
No.
I think
Like,
they're talking about your ass. Why the fuck would y'all like? That's just
Yes.
weird. That's weird.
my boyfriend would say.
Yeah, I wouldn't because you have a boyfriend.
So
Wait, so
don't do
if they
that.
don't super chat, then we're not sitting here silent
Don't do that, Ella.
because men only understand real leadership.
Women voted in all these messed up policies. What do y'all think about that?
You too, Ash. Ashley left.
I don't think so.
All right, chat again, guys. If you have any questions for the ladies, they're looking at the screen. So if you guys have any chats, put them up on the screen or send in your super chats. This chat
Women
is-
also don't have to sign up for the military draft. Not
That's
true
why we
anymore.
have our questions because
It's no longer true, but
yeah, we want to give them a chance, but they are not.
mm-hmm.
They have
Well,
no
that
questions.
one right there that you put up, like
Girls,
is
you
no
are too
longer
spoiled.
True, but true. Girls
My
are too
man
spoiled.
spoils me.
My man also
What
spoils.
can I say?
Women voted for all the
What is your
aspiration in life?
That's a good one. What's your aspiration in life, Ella?
Wait, she's gonna give a long.
No, I'm
answer.
I'm gonna give a real.
No,
one.
let's
No.
just start that way.
I'll give a short one.
Give a short
I'll do a short
one.
one. I
Okay.
want to be a good person, human to everybody, and to a good contributing member of society. Period.
Liar!
I'm a liar.
Go ahead, Kyla.
My aspiration is to be happy.
That's a good answer.
That's actually that's actually mine's, but mine's is to be at peace with my family.
Stop the cap.
Yes, I want peace. I don't want this stress. Go.
My aspiration in life is to be a great wife.
Red flag.
I want to be a great wife. I'm sorry, I just want to be a great wife.
Yeah.
Sorry. I
Go
wanna be a
ahead,
great wife.
Haley.
Why
my
y'all?
aspiration is
In the mic.
my aspiration is to live a happy, positive life,
Really, nigga?
stress free.
Nice.
And be a
Really,
happy
nigga?
wife, right?
Yeah.
You want to be wise.
Delusional or whatever.
Dana.
Because I want to be a great wife, I'm delusional.
No, I was talking to her. I was making a joke. I was making a joke. I wasn't talking.
Okay, how about you, Dina? What's your aspiration?
I
in life?
aspire to live a life of no
Steve,
regrets.
get that question right there.
That's what I aspire
Why
to
y'all
do.
think y'all cute with a pound of makeup on?
No.
I actually think about the same.
I thought that was a good one.
I didn't even see that.
Because
Listen,
I think that's
women
a
lie.
personal
Okay, I wear
preference.
makeup just because.
Which question, Ashley?
I
Which
don't
one?
know.
Why do feminists something
This one?
protest?
The
Yeah,
hybrid?
yeah,
Okay.
hybrid. Okay, why does
Why do feminists protest for the comfortable office jobs, but not the construction working jobs, nuclear facilities, coal mines, or the power grid jobs?
protest, I wouldn't say that they protested. I think again, the original definition of what a feminist is to be supportive that if whatever a woman wants to do, and if that's inclusive, that's also inclusive of being a good wife, being a good mother, being all these things. Those are all part of being a feminist. I'm not sitting here judging anybody for what they want to do. I think that's great because it's for you, because as a woman, that's what I'm happy that you're happy to do that. I just want to say that. Why they protest against comfortable jobs, I don't know. I think a lot of women aren't really in these fields of work because realistically, like as time will tell and biology will say, like men are stronger and all these things, and they've always been told like you are better for other things, and that's why women choose the easier job.
But do you think a woman can do those harder jobs? Like
I think if she really wanted to do it, she would. However, right now, there's not a lot of women doing it.
So
I think the question was why do they protest for it? Because they didn't say against.
Yeah.
And obviously no woman wants to be working construction. Nobody wants to work with nuclear facilities, coal mining. Why do we want to be in the coal power grind? Of course we want to be in the office because there's AC, there's food, you can have a lunch break, you can have a good time. Like,
but I would go equality. Also, I would argue that the construction workers, that like the men construction workers, don't want to be doing that shit either. They
really
do it because they have to do it. You're talking like immigrants that are working in these fields, that we're not talking about, oh, these people just really wanted to be like, that's not the reality. The majority of people would much rather sit in a comfortable office and have lunch.
Actually, I know a lot of guys that like building shit.
A lot of guys is still the minority.
I have a question. So
I was married to one. Like that's not that uncommon.
Right?
Actually,
married to one is your
experience. Honestly, construction workers love their job.
They do. They like building shit. They like putting shit together and breaking shit and using their strength.
Are you a feminist?
Yeah.
Okay, so correct me.
Said that. So
correct me if I'm wrong. That the feminist movement is to fight for equality, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, so that you guys want to be equal to men, correct?
Equal in jobs and
okay, so what does that mean we will need to do to be equal the construction job?
Of course they do, and that's what I'm saying. The reason that you don't see it is because it's not normalized for a woman to do those jobs. And the people, let's face it, you sign an application right now, you send an application to be a construction worker, those people are going to look at your application, see your name Ashley, and say, absolutely not, I'd rather have Jane.
Or do you think they're not doing it because they don't want to, like she said?
This is the point. I don't think, like I said, I think if you're arguing that, you should argue that the equality is that men and women both wouldn't, in majority terms, you're telling me most people would rather do construction than sit in, work in an office? No.
I think that men who have a purpose and a family to protect will do what they need to do to protect their family. Women probably will not do what they need to do.
That's a good reason.
So what's the point of fighting for equality if we're never going to be equal? If we're never going to do the equal jobs, if we're never going to do the equal amount of work, like she said, who wants to be out there in the whatever? Mm-hmm. I want to be in the office eating my sandwich in the AC. If that's how majority of women are thinking, why are we fighting for equality if we're never going to be equal?
I think that's the whole reason why I literally challenge what you guys think, because if you continue down the path of like every single woman wants this exact same thing, then those things are never going to change.
We're not saying every single woman.
So if we continue down the path where women don't want to have babies anymore, we're just going to extinct.
No, I didn't say babies. We're referencing construction work and working in the difficult fields. So this topic right now is the women who are not working in these jobs. And the reality is, like I said, if you're talking about women not wanting these jobs, I just gave you the reason on it would be.
I see your reason. I'm not discrediting your reasons. So with those reasons, how can we fight to be equal if we're not willing to be equal?
That's things need to change. They need to be able to. A woman needs to be able to apply and have the same equal chance that a man has.
You just said a woman doesn't want. You said that a woman doesn't want to do it because who wants to be out there in a blah, 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 heat and whatever, which is how majority of women, I don't want to be out there. You don't want to be out there. So if majority of women don't want to do the hard working, how can we sit here and fight for equality?
So my response to you is that the equality will be found when we allow for those people to have the equal chance to have those jobs. Because right now...
So you're saying we don't have those...
we don't have the equal opportunity. If you and me sign an application right now to go be a construction worker, and they're not going to pick us.
Well,
we're not going, so they're not going to want us.
First of all, there's no if, because women wouldn't do it.
That's not true.
Women are not going to sign up to build the railroad track.
If you don't see... Maybe, like I said, you don't see a lot of construction workers that are women. There's a reason for that. It's not because, and how would you know that they're not applying?
So you're saying it's because they've been denied the work.
I would say that, and that's why we made the whole argument about the equality in general. If you want to talk about men and women, which is what I do, because as a feminist, I'm not just strictly thinking about only women. I would say that it's a little bit fly over your head if you want to sit here and say that men all want to be a construction worker, because all the construction workers that I see in my area are immigrant workers who don't want to be doing that shit. If they could have an office job, they would.
We're saying that you said that majority men don't want to do it, but I would argue that even more women don't want to do it. So I'm asking about this feminist movement.
I would say
if we don't want to do the equal amount of work, because what it sounds like is you're giving excuses. You're saying that women are not doing it because they're not getting a job.
I'm saying there's no statistic that says that the only people that women really don't want to do it. I think that
but
I think that it's hard. If you find me a statistic that says, because
I would just use logic. If you had to think of 10 women in your life right now, how many of them will go do a construction work?
I think that's
10 women in your life right now.
Base it off of the fact that why don't they want to do that?
Because you know why there isn't a statistic? I'm going to explain to you why there isn't a statistic. Because women can go, and if their kid is hungry, they can just go apply for food stamps and apply for Medicaid and apply for rent assistance. If they don't have a job, yes, they can. So
not every single what? That's see, but this is what I mean.
That's
the first thing women do.
This is what I'm telling you.
This is so ignorant. We live in Miami, which is literally a melting pot. That's not what it is.
Okay, all right.
You know how many, that's so unfair to not consider the immigrants that exist in Miami, especially considering it's a melting pot worth of different people from different places. But if you want to ignore that and just say, I'm right, that's cool.
I don't think anyone's ignoring the immigrants.
Nobody's ignoring the immigrant factor.
You're
what I'm telling you, the reason between
it like if it's fact,
the reason between
I can't.
You can't make this shit up.
All right. That was a good debate, ladies. We're going to close out. On the count of three, I want all the ladies to say unfiltered. 1, 2, 3.
Unfiltered.
Oh no. I would have touched you with a fucking stick. Oh,